we have some special guests that I'm going to introduce to you. These folks are actually going to be our judges of the night. We have local celebrity judges for you. Each one of these people I kind of handpicked, especially because they're from Yakima and they're household names. So they're backstage. We're going to bring them out, give them a warm welcome. Our first guest judge is a radio DJ right here in Yakima. You probably wake up to him every single morning. He's on 105.7, The Hawk. Everybody, give it up for Todd E. Lyons, Esquire, everybody. A true American gangster right here. You can sit wherever you want. You're the first one up here. Heck yeah. Absolutely. Our next celebrity guest judge, he is a retired sportscaster from KIMA. You probably have recognized him throughout your years watching TV here in Yakima. We're so glad that he's here tonight. Give it up for my friend, Alan Sillens, everybody. Everyone's getting herpes tonight, huh? No. Oh my goodness. Our next celebrity judge is a hip-hop rap producer right here in the Yakima Valley. Now I could tell this is a hip-hop crowd, right? I could tell this is a hip-hop crowd. You may have heard of him. He's been around for a while. Give it up for my friend M. Status, everybody. What's up? Looking good, looking good. Oh, goodness. And our last celebrity judge, he is on Apple Valley News Now, ABC. We did an interview the other day, and I am so glad that he helped promote this and that he's going to be our last celebrity judge. Give it up for Austin Reed, everybody. Give it up for our judges tonight, folks. Give it up, give it up. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. And folks, we got ourselves a host of the night. And there's a lot of events that I do, and usually I do the hosting. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take a break from this and get my buddy involved. So welcome to the stage, the MC of the night and your host, Sam Johnson, everybody. You guys have yourself a great festival, folks. So glad that you guys are here.
Let's give a round of applause for Matt Frank. He put this whole thing together.
Yeah, Matt.
All right, we have 16 comics for you tonight from the Pacific Northwest and all beyond. These 4 guest judges here are going to do an amazing job helping us choose our top 4, but we also need all of you to help choose us our top 4. On your tables, on your seats, you have a paper there with a number. Live texting throughout the night. If you like somebody, text in their name. We're going to count votes or how many times you text about them, and that's going to help decide who our top 4 are. We're going to go through our first round here. We have 16 comics. They're going to get 10 minutes each. After our intermission here in about a couple hours, we're going to go ahead and do the rest of the comics. Then we have a second round with our top 4. They'll get 10 more. Then we'll find out the winner of the first annual Yakima Valley Comedy Festival. Let's give a round of applause for everybody. All right. I am pleased to welcome to the stage our very first comic of the night. We have Hippie B.
What's up, everybody? Hell yeah, thanks for coming out supporting local comedy, guys. My name's Hippie B. They call me that, not because of the dreads or the weed. They call me that because I'm short and have hepatitis B. I'm Mexican, man. They get us. They get us with our biggest insecurity, bro. Right in the fucking heart. Yakima's cool, you guys. Yakima's cool. I saw a billboard coming in. What's that? The Palm Springs, Washington? I never been to Palm Springs. Well, now I kind of don't want to go. Shit. There's another billboard I saw. What is it? It said, Yakima doing his best to fight homelessness. Yeah, hell yeah, man. About time somebody beats their ass. I'm kidding, bro. I'm kidding. Don't fight homeless people, dude. All right. That's how you get hepatitis B, trust me. Oh, yeah. Dude, why do we even have that many homeless military peeps, man? Like, that's kind of sad, right? Like, I don't even know how they get people to sign up anymore, dude. Like, how many homeless amputee veterans with PTSD does one person got to see before they're like, that seems like a viable career path? That's sad, man. But like I said, I'm lucky, bro. I'm Mexican. I don't got to worry about no wars. Hell no, man. As soon as they go to war, bro, I'm getting deported, homie. Like, I forget English that day, and I'm going to the ice, bro. Hell no, man. Shoot Chinese people or hang out in Cabo? Come on, dude. That's an easy choice, homie. Shit. I love being Mexican, bro. There's all kinds of great things about it. I remember, bro, after 6th grade, I didn't have to buy any more new clothes. Stop growing. And if I do need clothes, bro, I can shop in the adult and the kids section. This guy right here, adult small or a 16 husky. Hell yeah, bro. My court suit also was my 8th grade promotion suit. That's the best, bro. And you might think, why was he wearing a suit at 8th grade promotion, right? I told my mom the same thing. She goes, because your dumb ass probably ain't gonna graduate high school, bro. We gotta take what we can get, homie. Yeah, but joke's on her, man. Came in handy at my ceremony for my GED. Hell yeah, dude. I love being Mexican, bro. We got a bunch of Mexicanos in here, right? Okay, hell yeah. Puro Michoacan, man. Wow, man. One of the best things about being Mexican, too, man? No taxes. Everything, bro. Hey, give me cash, homie. It's true, bro. It's the best, man. A lot of us were born with the ability to frame a house. Swear to God. I didn't know it either till my first day of work, bro. There I was, 12 years old, with 2 bean tacos and a cold Pepsi, man. I didn't know how to build a house, but my uncle gave me a framing gum and a bump of coke, and we were off to the races. Pop, pop, pop. We framed that motherfucker, bro. Pop, pop, pop. We sighted that motherfucker, dude. Pop, pop, pop. We roofed that motherfucker, bro. It was amazing. We built a whole house, one day, 5 Mexicans. I know what you're thinking, bro. I know what you're thinking. There's no way, man. There's no way. You gotta get permits and shit, dude. I don't even have papers. You think the fucking house is going to? Alrighty, guys. I've been Hippie B. Peace.
Give it up for Hippie B. All right, throughout the night, I'm going to look down here at our judges, and I'm going to throw it to them just to give a little bit of feedback. M Status, our first judge of the night. How'd you think that went?
That was hilarious. I love the relatability, understanding your audience. We are in Yakima, so that was that was awesome. The interaction with the crowd, the comfortability on stage was really, really big too. So, man, shouts out to Hippie B.
I appreciate the relatability content, as you're the only non-white judge up here. So good job.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, let's put a big round of applause now for our second comic. We have Thomas Swan.
All right, Yakima. Yeah, put this. Woo, wow. There are so many steps in this place. I have not exerted that much energy since I put helium in my blow-up doll. Man, talk about playing hard to get. Yeah, I chased her all over the house, and then she hit the ceiling fan, and then she was chasing me. Yeah, so, no, honestly, I am so out of shape. This is what people ask me why I dress like this, is to hide my belly. I mean, does this make me look fat? So, but I really want to get in shape, and I would love to find a fitness club. But you know how hard it is to find a fitness club that has valet parking? I mean, honestly, if I have to walk 100 feet from my car to the door, that workout's done. It's time to go home, watch movies, and eat Cheetos. But yeah, at my age, health is important. And I try to stay healthy. I still remember, though, back in the day, way back when, we didn't even have internet. Yeah, no TikTok, no Twitter, no Facebook. Hell, we didn't even have email. And if you wanted to write a letter to somebody, you had to find a piece of paper, put words on that paper. And our spell check was a dictionary. Now, if you did not know how to spell a word, you took your best guess, or you spent hours with a book full of words that you didn't know existed. And then after you write the letter, fold it up, stick it in an envelope, throw that stamp on it. You remember the stamps that we had to lick? Nowadays they're all self-adhesive. They're just stickers. You put them on. I don't know why they got away from that. I liked licking stamps. I used to love licking stamps. It could have been the acid, but I lick a stamp all day long. My favorite stamps were the tramp stamps. Those are forever stamps I can really get behind. So, but the hours I did spend with a dictionary, I learned a few words. I was trying to look up hippopotamus. And I was, H-I-P-P. And then I found hippopotamonstrosesquiptodaleophobia. Yeah, that's a real word. Hippopotamonstrosesquiptodaleophobia is an actual phobia. It is the fear of long words. If you have this condition, you can't even tell people what's wrong with you. And it's probably the reason why you don't like Mary Poppins. Supercalifragilistic, gotta go. So, but anyway, but it got me interested. I went down the rabbit hole on this. What other phobias are out there? I mean, everybody knows about the fear of spiders, arachnophobia. Yeah. Or how about the fear of confined spaces? Claustrophobia? Yeah. Did you know they have a fear of someone standing on your left side? Yeah, it's called sinistrophobia. And the fear of someone standing on your right side is dextrophobia. And of course, the fear of someone standing behind you, that's homophobia. So, anyway, I do spend, I do try to, stay healthy. My doctor said at my age, it's very important to get a colonoscopy. It's, you gotta keep, check your stuff out. And I'm like, well, I'm a sadist, a sadist, so I guess why not? Now the thing is about a colonoscopy, if you've never had one, the actual problems don't start with the procedure itself. It starts before the procedure. Yeah, and I'm going to have to wrap this up real quick. So I appreciate you coming down here. My time's up. Have a nice night.
I appreciate Matt's lineup choice, having the Mexican with dreadlocks followed by the old white guy in a suit. So that's pretty nice. All right, let's have some feedback. Alan, what do you think of this one?
I just want to say, excuse me, thank you, Thomas, for all the old man references and representing the baby boomers. And he had me right from the beginning when he said there are a lot of steps in here. So.
Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and put our hands together for our third comic of the night, Theo Snodgrass.
What's up, Yakima? Make some noise! Yeah. Yeah, can I be emotionally vulnerable with you guys for a second? You guys are a lot better looking than I expected. Yeah, we got a lot of San Diego 7s out here. Hey, no, that's a compliment. That's a compliment. San Diego 7's like a Spokane 15. You got... Oh, man. Yeah, you guys are hot. I love it when hot people are at the show. Makes me feel successful. Yes, ma'am. All right. I'm going to take the temperature of the room real quick. Make some noise if you are in a relationship. Oh, yeah. Hear that happiness? Yeah. Make some noise if you are single. Yeah. You guys hear the despair in their voices? These are people who are about ready to give up. Yeah, man, I tell you what, I'm in my 30s now. I'm about done with this dating shit, man. I'm about done. Listen, I can't even date women in their 30s no more. I'm dating older women from now on. That's right. You got to be 40 plus to ride this ride. Yeah. Listen, let me tell you something. Women in their 30s that are single now have been on Tinder off and on for like 10 years. Do you have any idea what that does to a woman's ability to trust? These girls show up to the date, they look like they're coming out of the jungles of Vietnam. They come to the first date, they put a handgun on the table like, all right, listen, you motherfucker. You're gonna show me your credit score right goddamn now. Or neither one of us is walking out of this P.F. Chang's. No, man. I thought I'd date women in their 20s. I thought that'd be better. I tell you what, man. Now listen, I like women in their 20s because they still think they're going to be happy someday. Yeah. I tell you what, nobody's more optimistic about how my comedy career is going to turn out than a woman in her 20s I just met at a bar. Yeah. Y'all ever have that happen? You ever have a woman in her 20s gassing you up? Yes, king. Love that for you. Manifest it. Are you a Gemini? Oh, I knew it. Yeah. Try telling a woman in her 30s you're a comedian. She's going to be like, right, so what I'm hearing is you don't have health insurance. Yeah, man. Listen, dating women in their 20s comes with its own set of challenges. These girls nowadays, they don't know how to flirt. Okay? These girls, they think that, like, flirting is telling you their kinks. Okay? Yeah, I knew this girl. I was on a date with her. Not 20 minutes in, she told me she wanted me to choke her. I was like, first of all, sweetheart, this is really more of a third date conversation. Second of all, no. Let me explain how this is going to go. We're going to cuddle and watch a Disney movie. And you're going to tell me what your father did wrong. Oh, man. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I like older women, man. You can say whatever you want to me. I'm not choking out a woman who pays property taxes. I mean, shit, man. If you got a fully funded retirement account, you can choke me out. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, man. Yeah. Make some noise if you've ever been set up on a date by a friend. Yeah. How did that go, single people? Yeah, it sucked, didn't it? Here's what happens. When your friends try to set you up on a date, that's when you find out what they really think of you. That's right. I was at a party recently. My friends were trying to set me up. A bunch of couples there. There's 2 single people. There's me and what could generously be described as a human woman. Yeah, it was tough, man, but I'm like, shit, I'm in my 30s. This might be the best I could do. I don't know if you guys seen it out there. Ain't a whole lot of first-round draft picks left. By the way, brings me to my next point. If you're an adult and you're still out here looking for true love, it's time to grow up. That's right. True love is for teenagers and people whose parents stayed together, okay? Listen, if it was gonna happen for us, it would have happened already. It's time for us to settle. Now, listen, man, I'm not exempting myself from this, okay? Listen, at this point, I'm looking for a 6 out of 10 who knows how to use an air fryer. Tell you what, man, next girl who makes hamburger helper in front of me is getting pregnant. Respectfully. Oh, man. No, man. Listen, dating's hard, though. Dating's hard. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm about 5'7". That is right at the cutoff where women stop treating you like a person. Yeah. That's right. That's right. Let me tell you what. Yeah. But, yeah, listen. But by the way, while we're talking about it, please stop calling me a short king. Stop doing that. I know you mean well, but it's patronizing. I'd rather be called a manlet than a short king. By the way, just so you guys know how this has been going for me lately, the last time I was at the doctor's office when the nurse took my height, she apologized to me. She was like, "Oh, sorry, sir, we don't round up here." I was like, "I didn't ask you to do that." So you know. Oh, man. Oh, man. This is the problem. See, women are way too comfortable being honest with you when you're short. I was hooking up with this girl one time. She was like, "Theo, you're handsome, you're charming. You'd be perfect if only you were 6'2". I was like, "You think if I was 6'2", I'd be fucking you?" I was like, "No, I'm here because this is the best we could do." Nobody 6'2" is returning your calls. Got a shag carpet on your forearm, sweetheart. You're no catch either. Shit. Oh, man. Oh, man. Gotta be emotionally vulnerable with you guys one more time real quick. No, dating really is hard for me because, well, honestly, I'm autistic. It's true. I have autism. And what that means is I can either look at you, sit across from you, really understand where you're coming from, or I can remember to smile. Yeah, when I'm listening to you, I got a face that looks like I measured you for a skin suit. I'm just... Yeah, man. Now listen, I'm a millennial, so I grew up watching these dating shows, and it bummed me out, man, because look, I know I wouldn't do well on them. You know, I'm not hot enough to be on Love Island. I'm not rich enough to be on Love is Blind. But I would fucking dominate Love on the Spectrum, though. Tell you what, man, these autistic bitches are not ready for me. Look, I'm a dungeon master in two very different ways. Yeah, at my house it's D&D, Dungeons, Dragons, and this dick. Okay. All right, shit. I got the light, folks. Take care. My name is Theo Snodgrass. Follow me on social media. If you're ever in Las Vegas, Nevada, look me up. Thank you.
I waited till he got off stage to come up so you wouldn't see the height difference. All right, so Todd, let's start with you on this one. What do you think?
I'm waiting for the spinning chair. Can we do this? And let's hear it again for Matt, who put this together, our host tonight. The three comics already, Hippie B, Tommy Swan, Theo Snodgrass. You guys are awesome. There's more where that came from. I love stand-up comedy. I'm not a good joke teller. I don't know how you all do it. It's the last bastion. Al's like ready to spin me around. But stand-up comedy is the last bastion of free speech in the world, and I love it. So keep going.
And Theo was super dope, by the way. He was really good.
All right. Let's give it up for our next comic, Steve Harrison.
What's up, Yakima? How y'all doing today? Are you guys having fun? Hell yeah, hell yeah. I'm having a weird week. I accidentally sent a dick pic to my mom the other day. It's okay, she's been dead for a few years. I don't know who has her old phone number, but that dick was way bigger than mine. I didn't mean to send the picture. I wasn't trying to do it. It was an accident. And I didn't take the picture to send it. I did it for research and development purposes. I cannot see him anymore. So I gotta take about 1 or 2 a month, just to make sure everything's okay. I'm at that age where sitting on my balls isn't a problem, but it's a thing. If y'all see me doing this before I sit down, just mind your business. I worry about diseases, like disorders and things like that, The one I worry about the most is like Parkinson's. But my kids know the assignment. Everybody's gonna show up at the barbecue, be like, where's Steve? And be like, he's in the back. And they walk back, and I have the paint cans. Because my kids are funny. I have a worry that I too, like an old truck, will shake at 60. Oh, I'm a redneck, hillbilly, white trash, whatever you want to call it. It's cool. It's all good. No, I am not sleeping with any of my cousins. But the night is young. I enjoy hillbilly stuff. Bow hunting. I do rifle hunting. I'm not very good at hunting. Biggest thing I ever shot was me. Even I didn't die. It was a misfire. I was coming home from shopping, and I had just unloaded all the groceries in the house. And you know what you do when you're done unloading as a man, the stuff into the house, you go take a crap while your wife puts it away. And I didn't enjoy having my sidearm on the floor, so I was picking it up, and it misfired. Wasn't cool. A lot of people ask me, did you finish? I say yes really quickly. It was actually kind of scary, but at the hospital, the doctor told me I was lucky that I missed everything. And I told him I'd been missing things for this long. I'm not going to start hitting things now. I don't think it was luck that had anything to do with that. My oldest son asked me the other day, he says, Dad, you ever think about abortion? I said, Matt, you're adopted. But I'm thinking about it now. I'm really hoping for some looser abortion laws in the future. My kids are funny. I got a daughter. She came out as gay when she was 16. This is weird because she doesn't even like softball. Actually, yes, she did. She did. She came up to me a few months later. She said, Dad, what would you do if I came home pregnant? And I said, I'd kick your ass. She said, why? I said, because you're a lesbian. There's no tripped and fell scenario. You did that shit on purpose. Like, there's no way that was an accident. Bullshit me. I'm 43 years old, and I have a 2-year-old boy. I didn't know I had one in the chamber. Another misfire. It's weird. He's 2 years old, and he's already a bigger man than me. Like almost literally, like he's half as tall as I am. At this rate, at 5 years old, he's gonna be asking me to put the seat up farther so he can get in the back seat. Yeah, he's my little fucking Spartan warrior. He's already survived 2 Plan Bs and a coat hanger. My name is Steve Harrison. You guys have been great. Thanks for laughing with me.
Give it up for Steve. Now is an excellent time to remind you that you have the number to text for your favorite comic. Text that throughout the night. Steve, feel free to send a dick pic, whatever you want to do. Austin, what do you think of that last set?
All right, thank you so much. He was good. He was good. Is he the best? I don't know. We have more to go. But I related to him. I'm a dad, so that was fun. But yeah, no, good. Very good, very good.
I appreciate you clarified you related because you're a dad and not because you send dick pics to your mom. All right, we have our next comic ready to go, Blair Burns.
What's up, Yakima? Hey. First and foremost, I want to thank Matt Frank for getting this thing together. Huge thank you. This is awesome. Yep. Because it's cool to have cool new things in Yakima, right? Yeah? You guys hear that we're getting a water park? Yeah, they're building, no shit, they're actually building a water park. Because you're like, Yakima, water park, right? Fuck the roads, leave the holes. Water park. But yeah, it's cool to have unique stuff, you know, it draws people in. Do you guys know there's a portal to hell in Yakima? Yeah, it's wide open. Anyone can just walk in or out. And you go through there, and there's like all these little ass gremlins and shit, trolls and stuff. Yeah, it's the Walmart by Sarge Hubbard Park. Yeah. See, that's how you know I'm actually from Yakima. Because no one from anywhere else would go anywhere near that place. Yeah, it's weird. One time I was in there, I met this guy. He called himself the David Blaine of Yakima, Washington. He came running up to me. He's like, "Hey, I'm about to make this finger disappear. Just give me some lube." Like, shit, all right. Magic's magic, right? It's like gold. I'm not going to give that up. No. Yakima's fun, though, right? Oh, man. Anyway, that's it. No, I'm just kidding. You sort of talk about Walmart? No. I've tried to get out of Yakima more lately. You know, you don't want to get too bogged down here. It's not a bad place, but you want to explore, right? Get out into the world. Been trying to watch more of the news, but it's bleak, right? Changes your whole life, makes you sad. I saw this one article, it was terrible. It said, scientists say climate change could kill off great tits for good. The hell, right? I'm like, this should be on there every single day. Top story, great tits are dying. I became politically activated. It's like, brothers in arms, we must gather to defend the great tits. Yeah, I was serious, you know? So I started to do some research. And eventually I figured out that great tits are actually a kind of bird. So, yeah, just like that, I completely stopped giving a shit about global warming. It's pretty much the end of my political campaign. But yeah, you know what it did? It got me into bird watching. I thought, this is great. Tits, boobies, cocks, I love it. Those are all birds, by the way. But it's kind of confusing. You know, there's like redundancies, right? Because you got the Asian tit, and then you got the flat tit, and then there's the yellow tit. Now I know there's some school children taking a test about birds somewhere. They're getting those three confused. You know, multiple choice. All right. Hey, thank you. Yeah. It's a lot of fun bird watching, but you know, what it's not good for is meeting chicks. Yeah, pretty lonely. So I got on Tinder. How any of you guys fuck around on Tinder? Nah? Based on the general age here, I'm guessing the answer's probably no. It's all right. You're not missing out on much. Let me tell you. There's large quantity on there, but not much quality. But it's okay, because I figured it out how to, you know, if you really want to, you know, decipher who's best. Because you only have so much time in the day. Dates are expensive, right? So I figured it out. When you find a chick on there, you go and you do some sleuthing.
You look up her social media. Now, if she's posting pictures of her family and her dog and stuff, great, take her out. But if she's posting all kinds of flowery quotes like, life is a constant journey of learning and growing, just leave that bitch alone. She has way too many problems and you're about to become one of them. That's right. But I understand it, it's tough out there for the opposite sex because when you date a man, it's sort of like a lottery ticket, right? And you never know what you're gonna get. Like he could be, me, a lowly stand-up comedian, or you could get like Bill Gates, right? But it's not immediate. You have to kind of like play it by ear and figure out, is this guy gonna be a success or not? And it's interesting because, Bill Gates, that's a good example. We've all heard of the guy, big computer guy, right? And he's got the biggest charity in the world. Does anyone know what it's called? It's called the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, right? So my question is, who the fuck is Melinda? What did she do to earn such a prestigious title? She sucked a nerd's dick. Yeah, they got divorced. You want to know how much she got in the divorce? Let's guess. Closest without going over. Half? All right, good. I always hear that one. It was half, but we do it. To us it's a whole. To her it was half, right? But it's beyond my whole. I would give my whole gladly. You want to know how much it is? $40.8 billion. You can look it up. That's the real number. That's what she got. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am not a gigolo. There's very little that I would not be willing to do for $40.8 billion. All right, thank you guys.
All right, let's hear it for Blair. Alan, what'd you think?
I just want to tell Blair I'm pretty sure I've seen him when I've been shopping at that Walmart.
You were in the lube section, right? All right. We have our next comedian. We have AJ O'Leary.
Woo! This is a cool audience. You guys look like a bunch of cool cats. Cool cat police here. You guys are under arrest. Why? Too cool. So I'm single. Single, but I'm trying to date, I actually canceled a Hinge date to be here, so guess you could say that was pretty unhinged. She actually canceled on me. But you know what? That's enough about dating, though. How about this, huh? How do you guys think Kansas City ended up in Missouri? I bet someone got in trouble at the map store that day. I bet someone got canned at the map store that day. What is the sweet embrace of a woman like? Because people say apple pie, but it's like, no crust for me, you don't want a crusty... Guys, I know what sex is like. I'll prove it to you right now. All right? Sex is like ski jumping. Let me show you just... If anyone didn't get that, this is me thrusting and then two penises in my hand. I don't know what you guys do with your girlfriends. All right? My name is AJ O'Leary, and despite that last joke, I'm not gay.
But this kid in high school used to call me Gay J.O. Query. Apparently it's not bullying if it's hilarious. That's what the teacher said. But no, man, I did go on a date with this girl last week, and she knows that. She knows that now that I told her. I waited till the end of the date to tell her it was a date, you know, because surprises are romantic, and then kind of got into an argument about whether it was a date or not. So that was our first fight as a couple. It's a lot of progress. First date, you know. Afterwards, she said, never speak to me again. So you know what that means. Your boy's out of the friend zone. Very excited about that. Y'all are jealous, man. That's what I think. Y'all are jealous of that last part. One thing I've learned, this is a tip for talking to the ladies. The drunker I get, the better I am at talking to women, you know? But I've also learned women hate it if you show up hammered to a coffee date. It's like, what? It was an Irish coffee, you know? It's the big deal. But as much, you know, I don't do online dating at all, as, you know, not good as things have been going. I don't believe in online dating, right? I am on all the apps. I just don't think messaging 40 women and hearing nothing back is dating. Feels more like cold calling. It's kind of a bad sales job, you know? At this point, online dating kind of just feels like I'm telemarketing my dick. You know? Do you want the extended warranty? I'd extend it if I could. It's salesmanship right there. No, I actually love all the dating apps, you know, because they all have great marketing, right? Like Tinder, you're trying to spark something. Hinges connect things. Bumble, maybe you think of a bee buzzing, you know, because women are annoying. I don't know why I'm single. I don't know what the issue is. I'm coming out with my own dating app, actually. It's for people who are really socially anxious but still want to fuck. It's called Worry Hole. How it works, you meet up with someone, you have sex in utter silence, and hopefully that breaks the ice enough to get to know each other. So it's still in beta male. You see what I did there? But I hope I look presentable tonight. Hope I look okay, because my dad was very big on that growing up. He always wanted us to look nice. Which is funny, because most of the time he just walked around in tighty-whities and tube socks. I always wanted to ask him, Dad, why do the tube socks also have skid marks? That's preposterous, if you think about it. He'd do everything like that, man. He'd just be frying bacon, you know, just getting grease burns on his nipples. For a while, I didn't think it was bad to get hair in your food. You know, I just thought that was a home-cooked meal. Tastes like Dad. Made it. Extra salt and pepper, you know? I want to play a little game with you guys. I want to tell you guys 2 truths and a lie about me, all right? So here goes. So my real name is Augustus, but I go by AJ. I'm originally from North Carolina, and I use the identities of dead people to vote 9 times in the election. So what do you think the lie is? Yeah. Well, obviously the last one is a lie, all right? I did it 10 times. I just went back to North Carolina not long ago to see family. It was good to go home. I grew up very religious family, So right before I left, my dad kind of gathered us around, had to say a family prayer. And at the end, he goes, Lord, please keep AJ safe on his drive home, but above all, your will be done. Why did he say that last part? Dad, I don't know if you know this. I just committed a lot of voter fraud. Kind of need God on my side right now. I think he didn't like the tidy whities joke. That's what I think. I think he had ulterior motives. But it is good to be here in Washington. It's good to be able to travel, you know. A few years ago, I got to go to Scotland. While I was there, went on the Loch Ness Monster tour in Scotland. It's very cool. You're on the lake. The guy's talking about the monster and Scottish history and stuff. After a while, he drops something about Scottish elections, and then he brings up U.S. elections. He's like, oh, I don't know if you guys can even trust your results over there. And he keeps kind of going in the same vein, questioning everything. And after a while, I'm like, man, is the Loch Ness Monster tour guide a conspiracy theorist? It's unbelievable. Holding up a picture, like, as you can see behind the monster here is a flag blowing in the brisk Scottish winds, unlike the flag in the picture of the moon landings. Where were the winds there? And then he helped me register to vote. It was weird. No. Apparently a Scottish conspiracy theorist will tell you to vote multiple times. Guys, I have been AJ O'Leary, but keep it going for your host. Y'all have a great night.
If you would like to be part of his beta male test, they're meeting down tomorrow morning at the Walmart. So have some fun. All right. M status, what do we think?
Oh man, that was great. I really respected the pacing. I like that he started out with a whole kind of different energy, and he pretty much kind of made it his world, and so I really respected that. Great job, AJ.
Excellent, thank you. All right, let's put our hands together for our next comic, Laura Banning.
Well, hello, Yakima. How are you? Fantastic. I know I look like I was here. I'm going to collect the vape pens. Where do we have our permits? Does everybody have their permits to be here? It's a blazer from TikTok. It's okay. Don't worry about it. We're having a good time. My name is Laura Branning. It's okay. Forgot the R. It's a hard R on Branning. Thank you. Thank you so much. I am a real estate agent. Surprise. And I'm also divorced. Surprise. I just love the 80s, you guys. I have a full arsenal of earrings in my car. I'm like, I'm ready for an interview at any time. It's ridiculous. My kids hate it. It's perfect. Love it so much. Being a realtor is really fun. It's kind of like being a tour guide on a cruise. You're like, look at this lovely deck. Look at the lovely pool. You're gonna stay in the basement. That's fun. I'm also like a Michelin server, or a server at a Michelin restaurant. And if you don't know what that is, you also can't afford a house. Is what it is. Yes, I am single because all of this is a surprise. So good. Yeah, why not? And I had somebody say, well, you're single. What about those dirty realtor stories? No. Unsubscribe, okay? I know. The only thing dirty that I like are my martinis. I am not lying, and I like them dirty. Like, I like them Tommy Lee dirty. So you guys get it. Most people don't. They're like, who's Tommy Lee? I'm like, he's a drummer from the 80s. 2 arms. 3 legs. So yeah, I ordered those Tommy Lee dirty minus the hepatitis. Just gotta cover my bases. So good. Yeah, so dating is fun. I know, I'm trying to lie. I'm just lying over here the whole entire time. So are all of the other comics. They're all single. That's what we do. We're like, what do we do with our time? We try to tell strangers jokes. That's what dating is. It's totally fine. I went on a date with this guy, and he just sat there the whole time. I was like, I want to be my kid's favorite person. You're just going to give him Coke. Like, no, I want to win. That's not going to work. And then I had gone on this date with this other guy, and I was like, I am so sorry. You know, and it's just because I'm picky, because there's enough weird going on over here, really, is what it is. That's all there is. I'm like, I have swiped left on a deviated septum. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Yeah, sorry, Tim, it's not going to work out. My kids are like, you should have brought him over. I'm like, no, you guys would have eaten him alive. And again, I want to be your favorite person. I'm like, what's he going to do? Not eat his vegetables and you're going to save it for tomorrow morning? No, thank you. Oh my gosh, you guys, really, this is just what mommy and daddy issues look like in a person. I'm like, no way, she's so pretty. It's totally good. Yeah, so my mom texted me and she was like, hey, so what is your address and your social security number? And the only appropriate response is, who dis? So good. And then my dad is actually on a shelf in the living room. Sorry, dead dad joke there, you guys. He's cremated, not like Weekend at Bernie's. Like, it's been a while. Okay, so that was a movie from the 80s. I love the 80s, you guys. Like, just walking around, what are we doing? Bringing him to the pool house, it's okay. The kids don't really like that joke either. I'm like, you don't even know it. Like, just go watch it. And then Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure would be totally rad. And gnarly, if you will. Totally. Like, I'm just a big geek to my children. That's fun. I'm like, I do buy my jackets on TikTok. So, no way, she's so pretty. Thank you so much. You guys are so great. So wonderful. Yeah, dating is wild, and having 3 children. I know, no way, she's so pretty. Again, I'm like, it's so insane. I do call them my tiny army. The last general was dishonorable discharge, you guys. You guys got it. You got it. Like, it's really okay. I'm winning. Like, look at me. I don't care. I know, no way, she's so pretty. What do you have to compare it to up here? It's not a pageant, but I'd win. And oh my goodness, I didn't come first. Oh, weird. Okay, there we go. It started to download a little bit more over here. I'm so proud of you guys. They're like, oh my God, she means coming. Okay, thank you so much. So good. Yeah, I just stopped working on my personality, you guys. So I got some Botox because I don't like to raise my eyebrows. I just want my kids and my dog to know that I'm mad. So they put all these dots all over your forehead, and just like Pinhead from Hellraiser. I like it. And then they put this little vibrator, and they're like, hey, it's to help confuse your nerve endings. And they call it a happy bar. That's what I call mine too. I was like, that's perfect. That is excellent. I know where all the buttons are, so I'll take that too. It's like a gift with purchase. I also had my lips tattooed, you guys. I'll show you. No, not the, okay, yeah, these lips, not these lips, these lips. Okay, thanks. I got it from the front desk. This is good. I'm so happy. It's so good. You guys all have my real estate pen too. I'm so proud. You need to share. He has 2. Okay. They did. They even shared. You know, I know, a woman in power. What do you do? Oh, he's sharing. This is so good. Okay. Yeah, so I did get these lips tattooed. That was pretty great because women, as they get older, we lose our color. No way, she's so pretty. And it just happens. It just felt like a tiger was biting my face. I'm like, I'm no longer dating. Okay, and then since I am a realtor, it's also all about location, location, location. And I had my boobs lifted. That's what that was. I don't know if you guys got that. Did you get that? Okay. I know, eye contact, there's a lot of it. I'm so sorry. Both of them, they both went up. So I didn't have to roll them up anymore. I did have 3 kids, so I was like, that's not really becoming. So I'm just gutted like a deer from like here to here and up and around the nipple. But not just the nipple, but like the launch pad and the rocket. The pepperoni and the sausage. I'm so glad there's also children here tonight, so. They're like, she was talking about pizza, it was fantastic. And she was so pretty. So I thought, okay, what am I gonna do with this? And the surgeon's like, well, what size do you want? I'm like, mine. Like, we're not switching them out here. I don't know what we're doing. He pulls out a drawer that had drill bits in it. Come again? I mean, I did, but also say it again. That makes my heart so happy, you guys. I'm just here for all the love my parents didn't give me, so that. I know, I'm working on my confidence up here. Is it working? I know, my power blazer. It's so great. So yeah, he pulls out these drill bits, and there's like fun size, pepperoni, Canadian bacon, sand dollar, dessert plate, dinner plate, sewer plate. Oh, I just passed out. I was like, I don't know, pepperoni. It was pretty great. We all had stuffed crust too, so there we go. My teenage boys hate me. So great. My oldest asked for, he wanted some Air Jordans for his 14th birthday. And I was like, yes. I do want to be the favorite parent, so okay, yes, that's so great. And he looks so much like me, he tries to open up my phone with his face. I'm like, not a flex. Not a flex. I do it with my boobs. So you guys are so wonderful. Thank you so much. Again, Laura Branning, have a wonderful evening.
Laura Branning, everybody. I will not forget you insist on the hard R. All right. Let's go with Austin. What do you think?
Finally, a female. I would buy a house from her. That's all I got. Very good.
I love it. All right. Let's give it up for our next comic, Steve Harbor.
Woo! What's up, Yakima? How the fuck are you guys? Man, you guys are doing good. I like it here. I'm not from here. Yeah, I like your guys' crackheads. I'm from Oregon, man. You can't tell who's a crackhead because everybody lives in a van. You know? I saw a crackhead earlier walking down the street and he stepped over a crack. I'm assuming so he didn't break his mom's back. But I hope he's got more important things to worry about. You know what I mean? It's like, don't worry about your mom's back, man. Try to get off that crack. I honestly, I didn't know about the water park, but I hope you guys get a water park. Because I'm going to come back, and I'm letting all those crackheads into the water park. That's who I want to see go down a water slide in hopes that his denim shorts just disintegrate and all that chlorine. That's what I want to see, man. That sounds like a great time. Oh, man. Yeah, man, thanks for coming out, guys. I appreciate it. My name's Steve Harbor. That is my real name. That is not a comedy moniker, because I figure the sheriff already has it. Why lie to you guys? You know what I mean? I'm 41. Yeah, no, that's the exact right reaction, because I don't look 41. I got old man camouflage on, right? I dress like I'm still in high school, right? Does he know Tony Hawk? Fucking nope. How does he still have all his hair? I have no idea. I can only assume it's all the Mad Dog 2020 blue flavor that I drank in high school. Right? All that 90s ecstasy that came out. Ooh, doggy, double stack blue dolphins might have saved my life. These two are laughing harder than everybody right up front here. Yeah, man. I don't know, I'm 40, dude. Do weird shit. I'm over 40. I was stretching before I came out here. This is not a stretch-worthy activity, everybody. I went to the bathroom 3 times. Because when you're over 40, can't trust your bladder. Everybody over 40 used to have a favorite pair of pants. You know what I mean? Everybody over 40 knows exactly what I'm talking about right now. Yeah, dude, being over 40 is fucking weird. I eat Tums like a detective on a goddamn Bruce Willis movie. Right? I'm on medication. For the purpose of the medication. Right? I used to take medication at a party from a guy who just happened to have medication. Right? What are the side effects of these? I don't know, but we're gonna find out. Now I go to the doctor and she's like, you're on this medication now. I was like, awesome, what are the side effects? It's like, nothing, it just keeps you alive. Well, that sounds like it sucks. Where's the good shit, dude? Get your pad out, man. I wanna have some fun. This is on OHP. I'm not even paying for this. Hand it over. All right? Over 40 is crazy, man. They say laughter's the best medicine. No, it's not. Pepsid AC is. And Viagra. At the same time. Right? Because over 40, some positions get indigestion. That is no good. Laughter isn't the best medicine, man. You ever tried to look at a soft dick and laugh it back to life? It don't work. Not at all. Horse shit, man. Take naps now? Just cuz. This move right here, everybody knows the old man's got this one. Just resting my eyes. Like, you're not drunk enough to rest your eyes. I used to only take naps. It was sponsored by tequila. I'll go to sleep on this cold-ass concrete floor for like 3 days after enough shots of tequila. Right? Now I'm over 40. I even think about taking out the trash. It's like, you sure about that, old boy? You want to rest your peepers? Fucking stupid, man. Being over 40 sucks. You know how I know for sure I'm over 40? I drove here for 4.5 hours today, and I got to a hotel with my girlfriend. Yeah, you'd think so, wouldn't you? You know what we didn't do when we got to that hotel room? We didn't fuck. You know what we did do? We watched HGTV for like 20 minutes, and we made fun of a kitchen we can't afford. And then we took a fucking nap. I was worried y'all wouldn't believe me, man. I got too much hair to be over 40. Yeah, man, being over 40 is fucking weird. Forget shit all the time? What the hell is that? I drove all the way up here, apparently without a toothbrush. We used to make fun of my dad all the time for forgetting shit. Right? One time he made a plate of food, put it in the microwave, forgot it was there, got hungry again, went back to the microwave with a new plate of food, opened it up and was like, fuck, I thought I ate that. And we made fun of him. We still make fun of him. That was 20 years ago. Right? Shit's ridiculous. You guys wake up early as shit. Old people wake up. What is that? There was like a day when you guys just start waking up in the dark. Right? You just wake up before fucking birds. That's insane. You wake up in the dark and you don't turn any lights on. And then you go out in the kitchen and you make black coffee and you sit there in the dark and you drink it like a serial killer. right? Everybody knows that guy. Right now, you're like looking at your dad a second, like, It's ridiculous, man. And you stare off into the distance like you're figuring out time travel. It's scary as fuck. Have you ever walked in on your dad just in the kitchen in the dark and you didn't know he was there? Because you're coming home from drinking Mad Dog 2020 and eating a bunch of ecstasy. You're like, you're like, holy fuck, man, have you been awake this whole time? It's crazy, dude. Now I do that. Sucks ass. I want to sleep in, goddammit. The other day, I just like, boop, and I was up. Not like, I don't do that anymore. I'm old as shit. I just wake up, boop. Well, still dark out. I guess that's me. Go out in the kitchen, make a pot of coffee, start drinking it in the dark, put a cup in the microwave, forget about it, make another cup of coffee, go back to the microwave, and I open it, and I go, son of a bitch. And I call my dad. And he answered before it rang. He goes, I've been waiting for this. All right, you guys, I'm Steve Harbor. I hope you had fun because I did. Thanks for coming out.
I'd call for another round of applause, but he's already asleep. All right, Todd, what do you think?
Steve Harbor, get out of my head. Everybody having a good time. Who's next?
All right, we have a very special one next. We have the organizer of the evening. We have Matt Frank.
Oh my goodness, folks, you guys having fun tonight? You guys having fun? I had to sit and wait my turn over there. With ADD, this is very difficult. There's a lot of pacing that's going on. My name is Matt Frank. I am a quote-unquote comedian. I am also a quote-unquote licensed massage therapist. I like to consider myself professional at both, and that's why I videotape all my sets. My massage clients, they get a little confused. They're like, is that a GoPro camera connected to your head? I'm like, no. It's a GoPro 11, actually. High definition. Namaste on 3, Kathy. Namaste. 1, 2, 3, namaste. Oh, I love doing massage. I love doing comedy. Being a male massage therapist is kind of difficult. The most difficult part about my job is rubbing a naked, beautiful woman. Guys, fellas, you have no idea how difficult this task is. You have no idea how terribly difficult it is to rub a naked, beautiful woman and to do it professionally. This is the worst task I've ever had in my life. You know, doing massage, being a male massage therapist, it has its pros and cons. Like, for instance, I've been doing this for 17 years. That's a lot of backs and butts, folks. I've been doing my job for 17 years. I will say, I've seen more tits and ass than Ron Jeremy in the 90s, folks. Seriously. I've seen more tits and ass than Bill Clinton in the 90s, folks. Hell, I've seen more tits and ass than Ellen DeGeneres in the 90s, folks. That's a lot of TNA. That's a lot of TNA, I'm telling you. And then you may be thinking to yourself, hey, if that's your job, that's kind of cool. But let me tell you, not all tits and asses are the same. Especially when I'm rubbing the male clients. Like, put your man boobs away, Carlos. I don't want to see this shit. It's tough. I get made fun of all the time about being a male massage therapist. My guy friends tease me all the time. They're like, dude, you have an unmanly job. I'm like, all right, let's compare jobs, Steve. You're on the construction site with 30 dudes and 2 females who look like dudes. And y'all are just playing with your hammers. Meanwhile, your wives and your girlfriends are naked on my massage table as I'm rubbing out the tightness of her inner thighs. Inches away from hoo-haville. So you tell me who has the unmanly job now? Steve. Steve doesn't talk to me very often, but I see his wife weekly. She's a good tipper. I'm telling you, she's a good tipper. I do get made fun of a lot about being a massage therapist. When people find out that I'm a male massage therapist, they automatically think I'm gay. That wasn't the punchline, M. Satis. That wasn't the punchline. They automatically think I'm gay. Or a pervert. Or a gay pervert. Or even more than that, when they find out that I'm a male massage therapist, they think I'm a Democrat. Or even more than that, they think I'm a vegan. Nothing like a gay, perverted, Democratic vegan. Am I right, folks? Do we have any gay, perverted, Democratic vegans in the house tonight? No? We got one, we got two. We're glad that you're here, shoot. Oh my gosh. But fellas, I see some fellas here tonight. I like to call y'all testosterones. Where's my testosterones at? Where you fellas at out there? Fellas, I got a little bit of a beef with you. You see, guys will do some crazy shit, right? Like heroic stuff, right? Run into a burning building to save someone, fight in war, wrestle an alligator with their bare hands. There's some men that will get in a cage with someone and beat the piss out of each other and fight to the death. But what I don't understand, fellas, is y'all can't rub your wife's foot for more than 5 minutes. Fellas, ladies, come on, fellas. And don't tell me that your hand hurts. You've been jerking off since you were 13. Your wrist-hand muscle ratio, it's on point. So don't give me that. And ladies, I like to call y'all estrogenas. Where's my estrogenas at? Ladies, what's up, ladies? Now, you guys have a good excuse of not to rub your partner's foot. Y'all ever seen a man's foot? I'm a massage therapist, folks. I've seen a lot. So you're off the hook on that. No, it's all good. But hey, 4th Street Theater, Yakima Valley Comedy Festival, just because I'm a massage therapist, don't you dare say the words happy ending around me. Unless you got $80. That's my going rate, folks. I know my worth. Come on now, I gotta make $1 out of this, shoot. And I think everybody knows in Yakima, I think a lot of people here are from Yakima, right? Yeah? I think everybody knows where to go get one of these happy endings in Yakima. Where do you think? 1st Street, you think? I found the newest spot for this. They give really good happy endings. It's called Applebee's. This whole 2 for $25 thing. Actually, it's 2 for $26 now, Fucking Trump, He's changing these policies. And there's another policy that got changed. I don't know if you guys heard, they don't call it happy endings no more. Did you guys know that? Yeah, they changed it. They wanted to make it a little bit more professional, but still, wink, wink, So, no more happy endings. They now call it positive outcomes. Yeah, positive outcomes. Think about it. Same end result. It's all professional. No, it's all good. I do get made fun of all the time about being a massage therapist, but folks, I get made fun of about my religion. It's kind of messed up, right? I grew up Catholic. Yep, I know what you're thinking. And I was also an altar boy. I know what you're thinking automatically, but let me tell you, folks, I met a lot of great priests in my life. They were all nice, kind people. And believe it or not, they're the ones that give the best back massages. Who would have thought? Folks? And I just want to let everyone know I am celebrating my 20-year anniversary of being divorced, folks. 20 years, folks. I'm still paying for it, but it's 20 years later. I tell you what, for me, at my age, I'm like Steve, I'm 41. It's a whole different ballgame now, folks. I was thinking about my love life, I know. And I started relating music to my love life. It's kind of weird, right? But I started thinking about songs and genres that describe my love life. So currently, right now, folks, my man parts are a lot like a 1990s boy band. When women see it, They're like, bye, bye, bye. Folks, that's my time. My name's Matt Frank. I'm so glad you guys are here tonight.
Thank you. Give it up for Matt, everybody. I don't know if you saw, you're mostly from Yakima. The Yakima City Council recently cracked down on happy endings. No massages can be open from 9 to 6. They missed an opportunity. Should have been 6 to 9. All right, our last comic before we have a 20-minute intermission is going to be Jaime Garcia.
What's up, fuckers? There's a lot of fucking white people in this motherfucker, yo. Hey, any CPS workers? It's CPS. Get the fuck out. You were at my house last year, liar. Yeah. CPS worker right there. Oh, shit. So let me get this over with. I'm 420 pounds. Don't try to guess my weight, I'll tell you. I've always been big. I've been big my whole fucking life. And, you know, and they say you can't remember too much when you're a kid, you know? But I can remember my mom clearly saying, just break his fucking neck when I was coming out. I was 87 hours of fucking surgery or labor. Fuck, she hated that shit, yo. I'm telling you, Mike did something to that thing. You know what I mean? I'm a stoner. I can't remember everything. I smoke weed like a motherfucker. It's legal. Yes, yes. And it takes the headaches away from the fucking kids, you know. So like I said, being big this whole time, they go like, okay, I'll tell you right now, no fair rides. You know, a fair ride? What the fuck's a fair ride, you know? The closest thing I come to a fair ride is that fucking bump on Nob Hill and Fair Ave. Woo. You know what I mean? They say if you go like 40, it's scary, like the zipper. I wouldn't fucking know. So you guys remember the country store? Who remember the country store? Yeah, that's old school shit right there. Yeah, yeah. That's where we went shopping for the Husky jeans, you know what I mean? And all Husky means is like your kid's a little fat fuck lady. That's all fucking Husky meant, dude. And like, remember the store 40 Thieves? Yeah, yeah, those weren't my uncles. No. And then back to the country store, they had a helicopter. They had these 2 rides by the door. You guys remember that shit? Yeah. Yeah, the helicopter, okay, if it had an out of order sign, I'm sorry. Apparently there was weight limits to some of that shit. That's where I first known about weight limits right there. She said, come on, let's go look for your mom. You know, because that thing was making that noise. It just wasn't going, fuck you guys. You know? That shit still hurts, motherfuckers. Then there's a chair in the circle, like, you know, like, but that little chain didn't go around, so like, it's a safety hazard, get down, you know, fuck you, bitch. My mom gave me these handful of quarters and told me to stay here, you know? Shit. All right, because there's like, okay, I'm gonna let you people know, skinny people, fuck you guys. All right, there's 3 things. I'm not well insulated, okay? That's fucking bullshit. These are these myths that white people have, or not white people, sorry. Skinny people, I like white people, sorry, relax. I have more white friends than I do Mexican friends because I want to keep all my shit. You know what I mean? It's Yakima. Yeah, right? You know where we chain up the lawnmower? You know what I mean? Because, you know, if yours was stolen, I probably sent my cousin out for it. I'm sorry. I needed one too, you know? And you white people thought you guys were safe leaving it out in the front yard. No. We're here. I'm joking, no. Shit, all right, dude. And I didn't eat the last cookie or whatever the fuck you guys left out, dude. I'm tired of that. He ate it. No, fuck you. No, and this is the main one. Like, okay, if we're all in an elevator and somebody farted, who the fuck you think they're looking at? It's fucking bullshit, yo. My cousin did that shit to me. He was like, fucking Jaime. I was like, fuck you, dude. I'm so glad he's dead. Fuck it. No, dude, that shit hurt, dude. I could have had 2 baby mamas that night, and the motherfucker fucking Hyman. No, fuck him. You guys don't know about that shit, man. All right, now back to you white people. I love you guys, man. I've had some of you guys as fucking lawyers. Doctors was cool, and the judges, pretty cool, you know. All right, you know, I could have done better, dick, but you know, that's when you gotta be friends with the prosecutor, you know? That dickhead. No, I'm joking. No, I haven't been in jail in a long time. And I'm not trying to find out, damn. Shit. And that's, okay, I grew up in East Valley, white school like a motherfucker, okay? Yeah. I was like one of 4 Mexicans. Fuck you guys, dude, that wasn't cool. But that's where I learned the differences. I went to a friend's house, and they're white. You know, still they dads owned the orchards. My dad worked for them. Fuck you. You know, they also owned the warehouses. My mom packed their apples. Fuck you. You know? So it was just a lot of that shit, you know? And I can't even sometimes read my own writing. All right. All right, thank you. I'm high as a motherfucker, okay. But here's the thing. White people too, like, keep your fucking pets out of your Christmas cards already, okay, fuckers? Nobody needs to see little speckles or whatever the fuck you guys name your dumb dog. You guys treat that thing better than I treat my kid, you know? I mean, like, feed them better for sure. You know what I mean? Take them to the doctors more than I take my kid. You know, but you know, fuck that shit. My kid narked me out at a WIC appointment, that dickhead. Straight to God. Hey, they said, anybody smoke in your household? And I was like, nope. And the motherfucker says, yes, you do, Dad. You smoke your medicine. I guess I do. Yes, I guess. Fuck that motherfucker, dude. Because here's the thing. I have 4 daughters, okay? And having 4 daughters is fucking stupid. Okay? Because, like, check it out. Like, I wanted one son, you know, like, as he grows up, you know, like, get that pussy, boy. Get that pussy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But no dad is ever going to say, yo, get that dick, girl. Get that. No, never. Never in the history of fucking fathers, never. Unless he's gay, you know? Bring me home some too, I guess. No, I'm sorry. That's weird. I've never said nothing gay like that in my life. See what you fucking white people make me do? So stupid. All right, but I'm gonna leave it right there. My name's Jaime Garcia. Thank you guys very much.
Give it up for Jaime. All right, M Status, what do you think?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Hilarious. Pacing was right. Definitely relatable. Oh man, that was awesome. It's been a great night. You guys having a good time? Yeah.
All right, thank you. All right, that is our first half of our comic. So we're going to take a 20-minute intermission. Be back here at 8 o'clock, 8:03, 8:05. And make sure you text. We have food trucks out there. Text for your favorite comedian so far. And we'll see you back here in about 20 minutes.
The confidence on stage, that's a big thing. And then the connection with the audience. I can tell our comedians that aren't from here did some research about the area when it comes to the crackheads and Walmart. And I think that's awesome. So, man, yeah, we're ready for the second round.
Love it. Austin.
I absolutely love it. I'm having a great time. I'm originally from, well, not originally, but I live in the Tri-City, so coming up here to Yakima is awesome.
Amazing. Thanks for making the trip. Round of applause for these judges. All right, we are going to kick off our second half of the comedy evening with Ron the Sting Epstein.
Microphone check, 1, 2, 1, 2. 4th Street Theater. What it do? Give it up for Sam Johnson, y'all. Hell yeah, Bot Rock in the house. And y'all, man, thanks y'all coming out. Man, it's like an honor to share this stage with all these comics out here. So I'm gonna do my best not to bore you. But Yakima, I haven't performed in Yakima in a minute, right? Because, we've been all over the Northwest with some of the comics you've seen and some of them that you'll see after me. And we've been all over. We've been in Portland, Pendleton, Richland. We even went to a place called Bruno, Idaho. Let's go. Yeah. They told me that it was a one-horse town. And as I pulled up, I saw that the horse died. It was really kind of sad. But no, it was a great show, but it's good to be back in Yak. Because you know what they say about Yakima? You come for the hops and wineries. stay because somebody stole your car. They say Yakima is a good place to raise children of the corn. Yeah, Yakima is a unique place, you know? Where else can you get an autopsy and an 8-ball? Yeah, I went there. Yeah, I went there, motherfuckers. And, you know, it's like homeless, you know, a lot of homeless people, you know, unfortunately, you know, it's a problem in this city and other cities, you know? And it's just really bad. Like, I saw a homeless dude with a dog. I'm like, they have pets now? Like, dog's probably like, I can do this all by myself. You know, I think if you're a pet and your owner's homeless, you're kind of hustling backwards. Like, you know, the pound has AC, I'm just saying. I wish I was Dr. Doolittle, I could talk to him, but they don't listen to me. But yeah, there's a homeless dude up the road from me. He used to be on, you Yakamaniacs might have seen him. He used to be on 40th and Nob Hill. He used to have these big white headphones. And he dances. He dances for hours on end. And I always wonder where he got the energy. And then, oh yeah, this is Yakima. But I always wondered, you know, what's he listening to? Like, his playlist has to be amazing. So one day I was stuck at the light. He was up there doing his thing. So I pulled over. And I was in no hurry. I was going to work. And I walked up to him, I tapped him on the shoulder, I go, hey, what are you listening to? And he didn't say nothing. He just put the headphones on my head, and there was nothing playing. I'm like, dude, there's something wrong, there's nothing playing. He goes, that's because the voices in my head are singing the songs. And then it got weirder. He goes, if we were in prison, you'd be on my radar. I was like, I wasn't trying to get diddied right there in the intersection. And it's getting so bad, you can't go nowhere without getting hit up. Like, I went to the mini mart and this homeless chick hit me up, right? And I'm like, okay, but I don't have no cash on me, okay? Let's just slide over to the ATM. So we slide over to the ATM, and I swiped my card, and it declined. I was like, it's just a glitch. So I swiped it again, and you know how when the contestants get the wrong answer on Family Feud? You know that big old X? Like, man, it was hella embarrassing. But fast forward a few moments later, I'm sitting on the curb in front of that mini mart, eating a corn dog, drinking a Pepsi that the homeless chick bought for me. She felt sorry for me. Like, it turned into a nice little date. We had gas station TV and chill. So 4th Street Theater, Yakima. I have a confession to make. You know, you gotta take into account, I'm a comedian, so, you know, I'm prone to pranks. And you know, there was no malicious intent, nothing like that. But, you know, I'm just gonna come out and say it. I roofied her drink. But, you know, I should have known better. This is a homeless chick from the streets of Yakima. She took it like a champ. She kissed me and I passed out. Yeah, 2024, 2025 has been really bad for celebrities, man. Shit, man, it's been, wow, no bueno, man. Lost Norm recently from Cheers, Val Kilmer. But the one that really hit me was Big George Foreman. Yeah, that's like a superhero dying, right? Like Big George Foreman won the heavyweight championship, lost it, retired. 20 years later, comes and wins it back. That's like his clothes went out of style, came back in style in between his rounds. And he KO'd a guy that was 20 years younger than him at the age of 45. And I feel like really embarrassed. Like, it takes me 4 attempts just to get out of bed. Like, what am I doing? Like, the other night I got up at midnight and I opened up the fridge for a snack. And there was a slice of watermelon there. I started munching on it. And I'm thinking, what am I doing? I'm up at midnight eating a snack while I'm looking for a snack. And what really made me feel like crap was I had a fork in my back pocket. But back to Big George, yeah. We got some even more sad news. Jake Paul was found in his home, alive and well. Yeah, Big George, though, they had a beautiful celebration of life for him. I heard he was cremated at 400 degrees for 30 minutes. Too soon? So I'm gonna segue into grilling, because it's barbecue season. So yeah, Monday is Memorial Day, then we have Juneteenth, we have 4th of July, then we have Labor Day. You know, so many opportunities for us to come together as a nation and from different backgrounds and celebrate each other's diversity. And I've been looking inward, I've been looking at myself, like, where's my role in creating a society where racism is completely obsolete? Like MJ, I've been looking at the man in the mirror. And the reason for this reflection is I quit using Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. And the reason I quit using Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce is because I found out Sweet Baby Ray was white. It is what it is. You know, I was tricked, I was bamboozled. Come on, Sweet Baby Ray, a former basketball standout from Chicago, now makes award-winning barbecue sauce? Like Sweet Baby Ray, I picture like one of my uncles with a wave cap, with high blood pressure and a low credit score. But I'm gonna start using Sweet Baby Ray's again, because I believe that was MLK's dream. Not judge a man by the color of his skin, but by the zestiness of his barbecue sauce. Okay, you applaud now. Wait till I say some crazy shit right now. How do old racist white people with Alzheimer's remember they hate black people? Like, they don't know if they had peas or carrots, but they remember they hate Ray Ray's ass. And, you know, Alzheimer's is a terrible disease. I wouldn't wish it on nobody, man. But I think old people be kind of getting over on it, you know, kind of put on, you know, you feel me? Like, the reason I say that, because my neighbor was, you know, just diagnosed with Alzheimer's, but yet he remembers I owe him 40 bucks. Every day, I go outside, he comes outside, he goes, hey, where's my 40 bucks? I go, hey, get back in the house. Either that or put pants on. Yeah, dating's really hard in 2025, especially if you're married. And it's really rough for me. You know, you can tell I'm riffing homeless chicks' drinks. Because my girl just broke up with me. So according to Jay-Z, I have 100 problems. You know, I don't know. Man, these girls nowadays, man, they're on this kinky, morbid shit. Like, let's have sex in a cemetery. I'm like, I ain't with that. But I did try it one time. I didn't like it. I got tired from all the digging. Yeah, I'm just looking for a ride or die female, you know? The kind that crushes up her birth control and snorts it right in front of you. Right? And I think of friends with benefits. I think that's the way to go. You know, so ladies, forget the tidbit, send me your EBT balance. But I thought I got lucky, you know, a few months ago. It was after a show. I met this girl, and you know how you start buying each other drinks, you know, laughing at each other's jokes. You know, you're having a good time. Time flies, right? And it was last call, so they were kicking us out, and she's like, "Hey, let's go back to my place." I'm like, "Word?" She goes, "Yeah." So she goes, "I'm gonna go ahead of you. You just come on in. The door's gonna be unlocked." So I go, all right. So I drove up there, and it was completely pitch black. It was dark. And then I walk in, and it's still pitch black. But only thing, there's incense and candles. So there's one thing on my mind. This bitch ain't paid her power bill. But then it became crystal clear what was about to happen. She came out wearing all this sexy lingerie. She came up to me, got all aggressive, started kissing my neck, kissing my chest, working her way down. So I started to undo my pants. She goes, hey, whoa, what are you doing? I go, what? What's the matter? She goes, before we go any further, there's something I gotta tell you. I'm like, what are you gonna tell me? She goes, well, I have a boyfriend. I was like, how big is he? She goes, he's not very big, but he's crazy. And just then the door kicked open. It was the dude from 40th Avenue. He goes, we're not in prison, but you're still on my radar. Thank you, 4th Street Theater.
Give it up for Ron the Sting Epstein. I knew he looked familiar all night. He owes my dad 40 bucks. All right, M Status, what'd you think?
Oh man, that was hilarious. I loved just the fluidity of the set, how he took the beginning part, looped it over to the end part. That was awesome, very calculated. I liked it. Good job.
All right, we're gonna move right along to our next comic. We have Rich Snyder.
Thank you, I made it. Thank you so much. I am so glad to be here with you all. Thank you for staying for the second half. Yay. My first time, it's my first time in Yakima, checking it out. Titan Cider Works. Oh my God. 30 flavors of cider, and then like they have this motto, it's very catchy. It's like, from our orchard to your glass. That is just how I like my apples. Straight from the tree to the alcohol. I have done a lot of drugs. Yeah, but warning to the young people here, this is what happened. I'm 37 years old. My body has changed as I've gotten older. I can't handle the hardcore stuff now. Nowadays, if I want to hallucinate, I do gluten. I went to see the Grateful Dead. I'm there like vibing out. And this guy comes up to me and is like, hey man, you okay? Did you take something strong? And I was like, damn right, a crouton. I have reached the point where all I'm getting on my phone are advertisements for anti-aging treatments. Like hormone injections, testosterone injections, hair transplants, drinking blood of teenagers. Here's the thing, none of that stuff works. You cannot look young again. You can look old or you can look weird. Those are the choices. Yeah, we all know it, right? I mean, like, you put a bunch of testosterone into this, you're not gonna get Timothy Chalamet. You're gonna get a jacked Bernie Sanders. Let me be clear. No one should have to choose between insulin and testosterone. These guns are for raising the working people. Bernie Sanders, 2028. Urgh. You know how else I know this stuff doesn't work? I look at Sylvester Stallone because, yeah, I know he did all this stuff. And you remember young Rocky punching out that slab of beef? Now he looks like that slab of beef. I mean, oh my God, Rocky, you're 77 years old. Face it, the eye of the tiger's got cataracts. And who says old can't be hot? All right? I mean, I may not have youth on my side or defined abs, but you know what I do have? A 401k. Yes. Thank you. That is exactly how I feel about it. Yeah. The other day, this young woman comes up to me and she's like, well, how old are you, Daddy? And I'm like, old enough to make your car payments. I think we should go back to aging the old-fashioned way. You know, with grace and acceptance. Yeah, like my grandpa. When he retired, he sat in his recliner. He watched Wheel of Fortune, and he peacefully deteriorated. Yeah, the man lived to be 102. For a month, he was in that chair. We didn't even know he was dead. The only people who are supporting me as I'm growing old are my kids. They're in their late 20s. They're always sending me how-to articles. They just sent me one, how to leave an estate to your children. Yeah, but seriously, I did just finalize my will. Now, talking to my kids about it, very emotional. And I was like, kids, everything's gonna be fine. I've still got plenty of time left to burn through your inheritance. I did make my daughter my power of attorney, and what that means is if she declares me mentally incompetent, she takes over all of my money. And now I'm afraid of her. She's watching for the first sign of my dementia. The other day, I forgot the Netflix password. She turns to my son and goes, "It's happening." You know, people these days are so open-minded, so open about sharing their mental health struggles, which I think is very cool. You don't have to suffer alone anymore. You don't have to have shame. But I'm kind of thinking, can we bring back some shame? Not all of it. I know it's controversial. Not all of it. Maybe just like 95%. I mean, you know, do what we did in the old days. Keep some of this stuff in. Push it down. Die prematurely. You know, when you ask an old person, "How are you?" you're not going to get a big share out of that. You're always going to get the same answer. Fine. How are you? Fine. We don't share because we know you can't handle our truth. I'm not going to tell somebody about my enlarged prostate. I guess I just did. My enlarged prostate or my Viagra addiction. No, it's just going to make you sad. So I say fine everywhere. My therapist asked me, "How are you?" And I was like, "Fine." And she was like, "Great, that'll be $200. I do think the oversharing, it's getting a little bit out of control. I'm addicted to coffee, and I'm in my coffee shop every day, and I'm like standing there, I'm like, I can hardly keep my eyes open. I'm like, please, I just want my coffee. There's a guy in front of me. The barista asks him, "How are you?" And I'm like, oh my God, please just say fine. Please just say fine, say fine. And he's like, "Well, actually, I'm very triggered right now." I'm like, oh my God, no. And then the barista's like, "Tell me all about it." And he's like, "Well, to tell you the truth, my roommate wants me to pay half the utilities." And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I just want my coffee. I'm standing there, and they start doing therapy right in front of me, open air therapy al fresco. Now, let me tell you something. To be fair, there are couches in that coffee shop, but that doesn't mean it's a therapist office. And then for me, time dilates. 5 years go by, the seasons change, my next colonoscopy comes due. I just want a senior citizen coffee shop for senior citizens. Sure, the old guy's gonna get the order wrong. Fine, that's fine, because the service will be amazing. He'll be like, "How are you?" "Fine. Here's your coffee. Now get the fuck out of here." So I'll leave you with this. By my day job, I am a doctor, and one of the big perks about that is how my white lab coat gives me instant respect. The thing is amazing. If I'm at the hospital pharmacy in the lab coat, they're like, oh, come to the front. We know you're busy. If I'm at CVS Pharmacy, like this, they're like, oh, come to the front. The hemorrhoid cream is on aisle 4. So I wear my lab coat everywhere. Fancy restaurant, they let me in. Jury duty, they let me out. My dating profile picture, I am in the lab coat. And yes, they let me in. During sex, lab coat. Because when I play doctor, oh, I play doctor. My dirty talk is next level. I say stuff like, we don't take Kaiser here. You guys are so nice. Thank you so much.
Give it up for Rich. Actually, his daughter, she paid me to say this. We don't actually know who that guy is. He just wandered up here. We let him. We don't have a set. All right. What do we think, Todd? This way.
Here's your beer.
Thank you. Let's hear for our host, our MC tonight. How about that? Captain Deferment.
I love it. We'll keep rolling right on with the comics. We have another great one for you. We have James Blame.
All right, Yakima, it's great to be back. I'm happy to be here. This is awesome. We usually don't get this many people in Eugene, unless the fentanyl bus breaks down in the parking lot, right? I am easily going to be the creepiest comic you see this evening. In fact, I look like a dad that's been made out of a bunch of creepy uncles. I do. I do a lot of comedy all over the Pacific Northwest. I was in Seattle recently. A lot of you have been there. For those of you who haven't, it's a very picturesque town. And before my show, I was walking along the sidewalk next to the Puget Sound. It's a beautiful day. And I encountered this rock, like this high, this wide. And instead of moving the rock out of the way of the sidewalk, they built the sidewalk around it, put 2 benches in front of it. And I'm like, holy crap, there must be some geological significance to this rock, right? So I sat there for like an hour. I didn't get it. And I came back at 2 a.m. wasted on mushrooms, and it all made perfect sense at that point in time. It was like, oh my God, this is an unbelievable rock. I love this rock. It's incredible. I'm all calling my grandma on the phone. I'm like, Grandma, you got to see this rock. It's unbelievable. By the way, my grandma's dead, but I'm like, fuck it, I'm calling her anyway. But I like Seattle. It's home of Amazon, where I get all my body waxing materials. And I don't know if all of you heard about this, but the owner of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, built a spaceship that looks like a giant wiener. Anybody see that? He did. For those of you who haven't seen it, he did. He built a spaceship that looks exactly like a giant wiener. And my question is, isn't that a little inappropriate for a first alien contact? I mean, shouldn't we be getting some consent for that shit? Out there raw dogging all the aliens? I just don't know if that's a good first impression. It's like, hi, welcome to the Earth Patriarchy. Here's a giant wiener for you to suck on. We're going to need you to turn all your ships around and back in one by one, please. Oh, yeah. If you haven't noticed this about me already, I have a lot of bad habits. I do. I binge watch a lot of TV. I watch a lot of ghost hunting shows. Anybody ever watch those? Just me? Okay, a couple people. I'm pretty much convinced they're the worst hunters ever. All right? I mean, aren't these the people that couldn't make it in the real hunting world? Right? Because here's the thing, man. They don't even try to sneak up on the ghosts, okay? They don't try to sneak up on the ghosts. They don't camouflage themselves. They don't spray any ghost urine on their shoes. They don't do any of that. My question is how the hell do they get the job? What do they advertise their 100% failure rate? I don't get it. And I got to tell y'all something. I just don't think the ghosts are all that worried about getting caught, right? I just don't think an interdimensional being is all that concerned about Dave and Amy living out their Scooby-Doo fantasy, right? Just don't. My son was 5 years old. We were riding in the car. He's like, Dad, do ghosts fart? And I'm like, of course they did. You didn't think that was me this whole time, did you? The moral of that joke is lie to your children. The moral of that joke. How many people in here like boomers? Yeah, that's pretty much the response that I get whenever I ask that question. And you younger folks in the audience, you all know why, right? Because us older folks like to throw a lot of shade on the younger generation, don't we? You're always on your phones. You're always playing videos. We were young. We were outside, ruining your environment, fucking up your health care, sending your jobs overseas. What the hell have you been doing? Trying to unpollute the rivers we poison? We just don't get that. By the way, that joke did not go over well at the Senior Center show last month. They did not like that joke. I'd have lost my job there. But, it's harder for the younger generation than it was for mine, in my opinion. It's a lot harder. And a lot of you older folks will remember this. We used to have a saying when we were young. It was called sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Remember that? Yeah. How hard is that? Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Young people, they don't have that. They don't have sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Okay? They have therapy, pronouns, and Prozac. That's what they have. That's what they have. They got it tougher, man. They got to get all their drugs from the dispensary. We didn't have to do that. You older folks remember this. We got all our drugs from the high school shop teacher. We didn't have to do that shit. Got to type a code to get into the bathroom. Are you fucking kidding me? It's like, am I taking a piss here or launching a nuclear weapon? I don't... You guys are great, man. This is fun. Thanks, man. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody here ever go to the mall and burp so hard they piss your pants? Just me? That did, though. That happened to me, man. That happened to me. It was embarrassing. People were staring, whispering. I felt like an altar boy at a Catholic mass. I did. I did. Then the same thing happened to me 3 days later at Walmart. Yeah. It's no big deal at Walmart. No big deal at Walmart. Apparently they're used to that kind of thing at Walmart. The meth head woman in the pink jammies standing next to me didn't seem to mind at all. And we're dating now. We're dating. It's a beautiful relationship. We're trying to move each other out of the Sudafed aisle into the personal hygiene section. All right, I got one more for you. When I have kids, and when my son was 5 years old, I did what all fathers do with their 5-year-old son. It's kind of like a rite of passage. You dads all know about this. You take your 5-year-old to Costco, you teach him how to buy in bulk, right? It's a rite of passage, people. So we did. We got to Costco, okay, and I found this giant container of Comet Cleanser Cleaner, okay, the kind with the extra 50%. Let me tell you all something. All my cleanser worries were solved that day, all right? I even updated my will so that my surviving relatives could get the leftover Comet when I died, right? I did. Then I got home. I'm not even home for 5 minutes. I see this giant Comet Cleanser mushroom cloud coming out of my bathroom, right? So I go running into my bathroom. I blast the door open, and there's my son, shaking out all the Comet Cleanser all over everything, all over my clean towels, all over my blankets, everything. Right? A lot of you are parents in here. You would have lost your cool. You would have flipped out, which is exactly what I did. I'm just like, dude, what the hell are you doing? He's like, I'm cleaning. And I'm like, thank you. By the way, your shoes are on the wrong feet, dude. And he's like, no, Dad, these are my feet. And I'm like, no, they're... Thank you. When ants see chocolate-covered ants, do they think they're sexy? That's not really a joke. That's just shit I think of when I'm doing mushrooms. My name's James Blade, man. Thank you all so much.
Give it up for James. All right, a couple quick reminders before we move on to our next comic. We have alcohol available until 9:30 tonight, and the food trucks will be out there until about 11. So keep that in mind. Go get some drinks, go get some food. Austin, what do you think of James?
A phenomenal stage presence, good voice, good jokes. Overall, very good. I go 8.5 out of 10.
8 out of 10, that's great. That's great. All right, we're going to move right along to our next comic, Joseph Rogers.
Woo, we made it. Hell yeah. Woo, yeah. I love this guy right here. He looks like he got in trouble, right? He's in timeout right now. Yeah. I'm afraid if I do my comedy, he's going to be the cuck watching me from behind, you know? Like, this is... yeah, my name is Joseph Rogers. A little bit about me. I hate the holiday season. I am glad it is over. Where's my holiday haters at? Where are you at out there? Yeah. My reason for not liking the holidays is pretty simple. It's the obligation to hang out with your family every year, you know? My family's a bunch of addicts, so when I go hang out with them, they look at me like I think I'm better than them because I just smoke weed. Like, sorry, Mom, I thought you'd be proud. I chose a non-addictive drug. And my mom's the kind of mom, she tries to justify it too. She'll say stuff like, alcohol's just as bad as meth. I'm like, what? Who says that, right? I have never had a beer and lost a tooth. I have never had a six-pack and built a go-kart with 4 different lawnmower engines. You know? I've never had too much to drink one night and woke up a street mechanic in Yakima. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not the same, Mom. Jeez. And I tried to get into the holiday spirit last year. I really did. After Thanksgiving, we had a bunch of leftovers. So I put it all on a plate, covered it with some foil, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go donate this to a homeless person. And I did. I went on the side of the freeway. I found a homeless person. I gave them the food. And they go, oh, thank you so much. God bless. God bless. And they threw the food on the ground and took the foil. Yeah. Okay, I can tell some of you don't know what they do with foil here. Okay, Yakima. I tell that joke in Kennewick, it crushes every time. Yeah. I did just celebrate my 6-year anniversary, everybody. Thank you. Of being unemployed. Yeah. You guys are way more supportive than my parents. That's great. Yeah, I know what I look like. I look like I turned wine into bong water. My friend told me recently, she said, you look like you tried out for ISIS but failed the drug test. I was like, okay. I know what I really look like, though. I definitely look like somebody does not have car insurance, right? You get hit by someone that looks like me, you're like, fuck, they don't have car insurance. It's true, people. I have had car insurance for 10 years now. I don't know why I expected a round of applause for that, but I'm proud. It's not easy, man. I tell you what, some of you probably know this. This is Yakima. Some of you are riding dirty in here right now. Don't act like you're not, okay? Here's the thing I learned about not having car insurance. Turns out it makes you a way better driver, right? You stop at all the yellow lights, you never go more than 5 over, and you definitely won't be tailgating a Tesla anytime soon. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, because I'm 100% straight, but I still have the thoughts, man, I don't know how many dicks I gotta suck to pay for that bumper. You know, the struggle's real. And here's the thing, man, I'm so broke I can tell the difference between a dime and a penny when it hits the ground. Yeah. I heard some change drop the other day, and immediately I was like, that was 37 cents! And my friend was with me, he picked up and counted it. He's like, sorry, Joe, you were wrong, there was 42 cents there. I was like, check again, there was a Canadian nickel in there, that shit don't count! He's like, wow, Joe, how do you know the sound change makes so well? I was like, I've been using a Coinstar my entire life, okay? I know the sound change makes. And here's the thing, here's how I know I'm more broke than anybody here. Do you guys remember what it was like to float a check? Yeah, older crowds like, yeah, younger crowds like, what are checks? Right? Back in the day when you used to be able to write a check for something, you could write a check on a Friday evening, and then you had about till Tuesday to get the money in your account before the check cleared, right? Yeah. Float a check or kite a check, right? Here's how I know I'm more broke than anybody here. One time, I floated myself a check. Yeah. Wrote a check for $200 in my own name, deposited in the ATM, immediately took out the $200, Now here's the thing, people. You can't be all willy-nilly with that $200 and get blowing hookers like you want to, right? Because it's going to come back Tuesday and hit your account. So you know what I did? I made an investment. Yeah, I bought an ounce of weed, sold it over the weekend, turned it into 240 bucks, put the 200 bucks back in my account. I just made 40 bucks writing myself a check. Yeah. What do you know about that, Yakima? Not FDIC approved, by the way. Yeah. You look like you're an accountant. You're like, no, that's not fiscally responsible at all. Yeah. Yeah. And here's the thing, right? They got rid of checks, but I found a different loophole, people, for the broke ones out there. I went up to my ATM the other day. I had 18 cents in my account. I'm not flexing. I put it in the ATM. I said, withdraw. It said, how much would you like to withdraw? I was like, $800. Right? Do you know what my ATM said? Do you want to pay a $35 fee for this transaction? I was like, hell yeah, I do. And it gave me $800. I was not as responsible with that, so now I'm negative $835.18. So, yeah. And I hear Biden spouting off all this shit about student loan debt forgiveness, and I'm just like, hey, what about us little guys? What about ATM loan debt forgiveness, huh? What about us? Shit. Yeah. Here's the thing, right? Like, I got a girlfriend. We've actually been together for 20 years. It is a mostly monogamous relationship. Yeah. And by that I mean sometimes she gets drunk and makes out with chicks in the bathroom. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, did she make out with you? Are you the one she was making out with? Okay. I tried to make her jealous, and I was making out with a bunch of dudes in the bathroom, but she didn't care. Yeah. So now I'm 99% straight. So that's cool. There was this one time I was doing a show in Spokane, and I was camping out, and there was a river with a rope and wood bridge, right? And it was pretty narrow, so if someone was coming across the other direction, you had to turn and go side to side to get by, right? Well, me and this other guy, we were going, and we got crossed up, and we turned and went junk to junk, and our dicks touched. Yeah. So now I'm 78% straight, so yeah. I think I lost a lot of points for that, not because our dicks touched, but because it's been 6 years and I've been able to stop thinking about it. So, yeah. Might be something wrong with me. Yeah. And but the thing about being in a long-term successful relationship is obviously communication, right? My girlfriend communicated something to me the other day. She said, Joe, one of these nights, I want you to buy me some lingerie and just rip it off me. I was like, hell yeah, I could do that, right? So I bought her some lingerie, showed up in the mail, gave it to her, she put it on, fit her perfect. She looked beautiful in it. I was like, heck yeah, nailed it, right? And it came time to do the deed. She's like, just rip it off me, Joe, just rip it off me. And I went to go rip it off her, and I couldn't do it. She's like, what's wrong, Joe? Why aren't you ripping it off me? I was like, I paid $8 for this, okay? I had to float a check for this, okay? And here's the we do have kids, right? I love having kids. I think when you're raising kids, honesty is the best policy, right? Just be honest with your kids. My parents weren't always honest with me, kind of fucked me up for a long time. I didn't know meth was bad. Yeah. It's not that I ever did it. It's just that when my friends would come over in high school, they'd be like, what is your mom smoking? I'm like, oh, she's smoking meth. No big deal, right? She says it's good for her joints. You know, medicinal meth. And I just think honesty is the best policy. So when my kids ask me questions, I'm always honest with them, right? But when they get older, the questions do get harder. Recently, my son came up to me, he said, Dad, I have a question. I said, what's that, son? He said, I heard you and Mom having sex the other night. I was like, well, first of all, son, that's not a question, okay? I raised you better than that. He said, no, Dad, my question is, what's that clapping sound? I was like, oh, shit. Honesty's the best policy, right? So I was like, son, I want you to remember this. I'm gonna tell you something, okay? Sometimes when the sex is that good, you just have to give a round of applause. I was like, oh, I couldn't do it. I couldn't be honest with him, right? Because what are we gonna talk about? Are we gonna talk about moisture levels here? Are we gonna talk about how much weight Daddy's gained in the last 5 years? Like, we can talk about that? Are we gonna talk about how your mom just pissed me off earlier in the day and I was just trying to get her back by fucking the shit out of her? Are we gonna talk about that? No, we're not, right? And I know I messed him up too, right? Because one day he's gonna meet someone special. He's gonna have a great time with them. And afterwards he's gonna be like, yeah. And they're gonna be like, are you fucking clapping at me right now? All right, everybody, my name is Joseph Rogers. Thank you, love you, have a good night.
Hey, give it up for Joseph. All right, Alan, what'd you think?
I like weird and funny, and that was weird and funny. And I'm also adept at the art of floating checks, so I can relate to that.
All right, we have 2 more comedians. Keep texting in your favorites. You all are picking the top 4, and then out of those top 4, our judges up here are going to pick the winner. They're going to take home this amazing trophy that's been sitting here all night. So let's go ahead and give our next comic a big round of applause. We have Jordan Wilson.
All right, give it up for yourselves. You guys are all still here. I love this. Thank you. Come on, let's hear it for yourselves. Here we go. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Excellent, excellent. So I'm from Canada. Are we still cool? All right. Okay, cool. Nice. All right, tell that to the guys at the border. Yeah. But yeah, like so. But it's funny too because before the show they told me, yeah, Jordan, you're gonna have to tell 25% more jokes than everybody else tonight. So don't know where that came from. But yeah, if those are the rules, okay. So I'm from Vancouver, Vancouver, Canada, and it's actually kind of weird because Canada's got a reputation for being a very friendly country, but Vancouver's actually got a reputation for being a very standoffish, not so friendly city. Like people who move there say it's hard to make friends. But I grew up there, so I didn't know anything else. But then I went to college in Indiana, and first couple days I didn't know anybody yet, so I'm sitting in the cafeteria by myself, I'm eating, and every single time, without fail, someone would come up to me and be like, hey, I see you're by yourself. Would you like to come and join us? And I was just like, wow, like everybody here in the Midwest is fucking annoying. Like nothing but farmland out here, but a guy still can't get any space, you know? And like, I'm a very forgiving person, okay? I can forgive almost anything. I can't forgive annoying. Like I can't let annoying go. Like if you, like for instance, like if you cheat on me, maybe I was too distant, okay? Or if you steal from me, maybe your situation was just that desperate. But if you wear a backpack in the front, you can fuck off and die somewhere. Like if you irritate me, I don't just feel annoyed, I feel betrayed. Like I was in the park and I saw a guy that I've known since childhood, friend since childhood, riding one of those recumbent bicycles, you know, where you're like lying down and you're pedaling. And so when he rode past me, I didn't wave hello, I just deleted him from my phone. Like, yeah, I can't forgive annoying, sorry, like, can't do it. And it's funny, recently I had a woman come up to me after a show, and she goes, well, you know, when somebody annoys you, it means that you see something about yourself in that person that you don't like. And I was like, we've just met, but I see so much of myself in you right now. It's uncanny. Yeah, it's amazing, like looking in a mirror, you know? Yeah. And to be honest, I do think I am part of the Vancouver problem. Because like I'm a very shy guy, so like it takes me a long time to warm up to people. I'm not so friendly when I first meet you. I'm an introvert. Any introverts here tonight? Okay, not that lady over there. That was way too enthusiastic. Okay, ma'am, a lot of introverts would have passed out from doing that. Who is your therapist? Do you have a business card? Yeah, that's amazed for your progress. Yeah. And that was the hardest thing that an introvert could do, be like, yeah, and then I like, no, like, you know, just like make her feel like shit right away. Like, yeah, I'm not backing her up at all. I'm a bad introvert, I guess, you know. But, so I'm an introvert, which means I was a very shy kid growing up. Like, so I never totally got the hang of making friends, but at the same time, I was kind of a smart ass too, so I didn't really help myself. Like, I remember one time in like the 8th grade, a bully threatened to knock some sense into me. And I was like, can it be a sense of belonging? And then while he tried to figure that out, I ran away. It was the perfect escape. Yeah. That joke has a happy ending. Yeah. You know, but basically what it means is I'm not the life of the party, you know, as an introvert. Like, okay, have you ever had this happen to you? Have you ever had somebody say to you like, oh, the other night was so much fun, you should have been there. And you were there. It's a very deflating and discouraging thing to have said to you. It's kind of like, is it in, but for your personality. That's what I learned, is that, you know, yeah, you can, you know, when my personality enters a room, the room can barely feel it. There's big dick energy and there's micro penis presence. Guess which one I have? Yeah, you know. And so yeah, I mean, the other thing I learned is, yeah, you can either be fun or you can look like a cop. You know, you can be fun or 5-0. You can't be both. You know, and I've clearly made my decision. You know, and I do a lot of shows, so I see a lot of comics get up on stage and say a joke along the lines of like, yeah, I look like an undercover cop. I look like an on-duty police officer. I make my clothes look like a uniform just by putting them on. Like, I don't know how I managed this. Somehow I managed to look like a cop and the guy he's arresting at the exact same time. Don't know what to do with that talent. Yeah, AGT has not got back to me on that one, you know. So yeah, I'm an introvert. I'm also a middle child. Round of applause. Who here grew up with siblings? Who had brothers and sisters growing up? Round of applause. Okay. All right, I'll narrow that down a bit. Okay, out of all you, okay, how many had an older brother growing up? Okay. And for those of you that had an older brother, how many of your older brothers roughed you up a little bit when you were kids? Okay. All right. You know what? Good. Yeah. I don't know any of you. You're all probably very nice people, but I'm glad your brothers did those things to you. I'm glad all those things happened to you. Because like I had a little brother growing up. This is what I'm getting at. I pounded the snot out of him when we were kids, and he's now got a wife, 2 kids, and a corporate job at Amazon. Yeah. So I'm told. He doesn't talk to me. Like, I hear good things. I get good reports, you know. And for the record, I'm not up here saying, like, yeah, parents should hit their kids again. Like, no, that's wrong, okay? Parents cannot hit their kids, which is why siblings need to step up. Like, adults definitely shouldn't hit kids, but kids still need to be hit, I feel like. I think we've learned that. Because like millennials were the first generation where everybody's like, okay, we're all gonna not hit our kids and let's see what happens. And then they all got peanut allergies. Like peanut allergies shot through the roof. Apparently parents of yesteryear were literally smacking the peanut allergy out of their children. And on a related note, we all know somebody with a peanut allergy who kind of needs a beating. Okay. I don't know, maybe not quite as many of you laughed on that one, which tells me there are some people in here with peanut allergies. Okay. All jokes, you're all safe. You don't have, you know, get them. No, I mean, like, nothing like that. It's all good. But yeah, okay, like parents shouldn't hit their kids, but kids still need to be hit, and I just feel like your brother is the perfect compromise, you know? Because like when parents hit their kids, it's because they're drunks or because of their own repressed bullshit, you know? Like your brother beats you for the right reason. Because you're fucking annoying. Like anytime I see a guy doing yoga on the subway, I'm like, that guy did not have an older brother growing up. There's no way this would happen on his watch. Yeah, you know. And I almost took a picture of the guy on the subway to text to my brother, but again, I don't have his number. He won't give it to me. Yeah, you know. So we've established that I'm a good brother. I'm also a good son. Here's how good a son I am. Recently, I shaved my mother's head. Good night, everybody. No, I'm not going to leave you on that one. I'm not going to leave you hanging. No, true story. I recently shaved my mother's head. She asked me to. The reason why was because she recently went through chemotherapy, and she's out the other side. She's doing great. Everything's cool. Yeah, sure. Why not? Give it up. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she's not here. She can't hear you, but hey, that's still very nice of you. Yeah. But she's doing great now. But yeah, when she got to the part where she started to lose her hair, she's like, I just want to get it over with. Will you shave my head? And like any good son, I said, okay, Mom, I'll shave your head, but this counts as your birthday present. Yeah. But, and for the no, okay, somebody over there said that was wrong. No, for the record, my mother loves that joke. So most of you are cool enough to hang with my mom. That is my time. Thank you guys so much.
Give it up for Jordan. Austin, what do we think of Jordan?
Is he a cop? Is he really a cop? No, he was great. Very good. Another awesome comedian. This is going to be really hard.
Excellent. All right, we have one more comic, and then we are going to tally some votes, and then we'll let you know who your top 4 are. They'll come back out for one more set. Once again, 9:30 is the cutoff for alcohol, so if you need a refill, now's the time to go get one. But our final comic of the first round, Simon Kofmar.
All right, the last white guy of the evening. Yeah, people when they meet me, they think I'm Italian or they think I'm from New York. No, folks, this is a white Jewish northern Rainier Beach dialect. Yeah, I grew up in a Jewish home in an all-black neighborhood, and when I say that here, some of you are like, well, we hate you twice. I know. That's right, I'm unique. I can spit game at chicks, talk smack, freestyle rap, but I can still do your taxes or sell you adjustable rate mortgages. What up, Yakima? Yeah, I could pick up a girl from a bar, take her home, hit it all night, but I help her with her E-Trade account in the morning. Yeah, what's up? Oh, yeah, I came all the way from Seattle, where they charge you for a grocery bag, but let you shoplift. Yeah. But I don't mind paying 8 cents for a bag if my groceries are free. Let's go. But you know what, though? I realize in life, we got to do a better job of helping one another in our society. The other day, I'm walking through downtown Seattle. I see this guy. He's wearing a red jacket. He's carrying a red clipboard. He tells me he's out raising money for AIDS. So I said to him, bro, this is Seattle. You could probably get AIDS for free. We have to help each other. If I see a homeless guy down on his luck, I'll always give some money. Always give, but the girl I was dating will get so mad at me. She'll be like, why are you giving him money? He's just gonna spend your money on drugs and alcohol. And I'm like, well, what the fuck do you think I was gonna spend it on? So I'm single now. Going through a bad breakup. All my friends are calling me by my Arabic name. Hasn't been laid. I'm so lonely, you know, I feel like I need to be held. I'm spending all my money up at the strip clubs by the tribal casinos. Yeah, till they started calling me lap dances with wolves. I'm like, all right, dude, I gotta get my shit. Because I'm ready to settle down. I'm ready for kids. And some of you are like, yeah, I don't know, but I am ready for kids. I am ready for kids. I'm ready for that level of commitment every other weekend. But I keep trying dating and I keep failing, you know? Nothing's working. You know, I tried dating a younger girl. I thought, oh, well, that'll be great. That'll fill the gaping, aching hole in my ego. 20-year-olds, why are you always crying? I had never kicked it with this generation. You know, they say 40 is the new 30. I think 20 is the new 10. I was like, all right, this is not gonna work. I need like an older, sophisticated, educated, money she's made it. We go out, I don't have to pay for shit, you know. I need a sponsor. I need a Splenda mama, you know. It's like a sugar mama, but it's ketogenic. What's up? I'm just saying, my generation's different. We don't show up to the party or the barbecue with all of our childhood wounding on the outside, you know. We don't cry at work. We stuff it and then we pop pills and drink when we get home like a grown-up. You know what I mean? Man, kids are different nowadays, you know? Taking all the trans fats out of all the school lunches for the kids. It's part of the president's plan. No child left with a big behind. It's different being a kid, you know what I mean? We used to play outside, climb fences, have fun. Look, I'm 47, y'all. I had ADD before they even had ADD. You understand what I'm saying? I had the first edition. Some of us remember when there was no ADD. It was just go stand in the corner disorder. You just had to stand there. You're like, I'm gonna run away and they're gonna miss me. And you never did. But you thought it. They're coming out with so many diseases. You got the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration. Now they got the DFA, the Drugs in Your Kids' Food Administration. Slow down. So many diseases. They got ADD, ADHD, ADHD TV, Asperger's, chicken burgers, blue cheeseburgers. Slow down. He's just a kid. I want to know this. What adult was in the room on the medical board the day it went to a vote that we were going to take a kid who's already having trouble fitting in anyways and call him an Asperger? Maybe we should have given the kid a fighting chance. Oh, you're not retarded. That would be wrong. You're an Asperger. The kid's like, can I just be retarded? That's like way better. I don't. And people tell me, they're like, no, you don't understand. It's because a man named Dr. Asperger invented the illness. Well, I don't care. He had a first name, didn't he? Couldn't you have gone to the waiting room and be like, well, son, you have Larry? Like, you know. We're too hard on kids. All right? My nephew, he's in the 8th grade. He's like, I'm going to a leadership training seminar. Motherfucker, you're 12. Who are you leading where? Throw a frisbee. So I had to tell him, look, only followers go to leadership training seminars. Leaders don't need them, huh? No? Look, don't ask me, okay? I graduated high school with a 1.2 grade point average, you know? Yeah. But you know what? I challenge anybody. Any doctor, lawyer, politician, try doing what I did. Try graduating high school with a 1.2. Because you know what? Graduating with a 4.0, that's easy. Everybody with a 4 graduates. How hard could it be? I graduated with a 4.0. Yeah, of course you did. You did your homework. That's all it takes. You know what it takes to graduate with a 1.2? Perseverance. Overcoming obstacles. Verbal communication skills. And everything else you need to be the last white guy in a string of 72 white guys to perform at the Yakima Comedy Festival where half the room left at intermission. Kids are different nowadays, man. I was dating this young girl, this 25-year-old, right? And I did a show, had a great time, had some drinks, sold some t-shirts after, hint, hint, and I get in my car, I go home, I walk in the door, and she's there, and I just said it. I wasn't thinking, I just said it. It came out, I wasn't thinking, and I was like, man, I'm glad I'm home. I'm pretty drunk. And this 25-year-old girl looked right at me and goes, "You were driving drunk?" And that was the moment I remembered, oh yeah, these kids were raised like bitches. Because I'm Gen X. I've been drunk driving since I was 13 years old. Driving around the neighborhood with my BB gun looking for raccoons like it's menace to society. And before you get offended, because some of you might be offended on that, I heard a yeah, I heard a hell no. So be sensitive. We have some, it's 2025. Some of these people woke up offended. For some people, offended is a goal. Hey, let's go to the comedy festival and get offended. I'll get my coat. So just hear me out. Just hear me out. We spend all the time in this country talking about all the children who have been killed because of a drunk driver. And that's important. But what about all of the children who have been born because of a drunk driver? What about us? There are people in the room tonight alive thanks to a drunk driver. Your dad was drunk as fuck the night he met your mom. Gave her a ride home. You know? What kind of asshole wouldn't give a woman a ride home in the 60s or 70s because you're drunk? Grow up. Took her to Taco Bell first, because I don't care, kids, what you say. The Taco Bell drive-thru when you're drunk at 2:30 in the morning is a safe space. And now you're here. The miracle of human life made possible thanks to one man's courage to drive drunk. How come you don't get an ad on the side of the bus? You know they got mad Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Backstage, we have damn drunk drivers against our mothers. They love me in Yakima, Mom. I'm trending at the 4th fucking wherever I am theater. All right, guys, thank you very much.
Let's give a big round of applause for all of our comics tonight. All right, we have tallied the votes from everybody out here. We have our top 4 comics who are going to go on for a second round. And from there, our 4 judges up here are going to pick our winner who are going to take home this amazing trophy. As I announce them, remember we have 15 minutes left for alcohol. So here we go. In no particular order, our top 4 comics of the night are Hippie B, Steve Harbor, Jaime Garcia, and Jordan Wilson. All right, so we are going to start our second round off right now. A 10-minute or less set by Hippie B. Our judges are going to pay close attention, and you 4 are going to come together after these 4 comics and pick a winner. Everybody put your hands together for Hippie B.
You guys want me back up here? Damn, bro. It's been 10 hours. I'm already fucked up. Jesus Christ. This guy, too. I don't know if I want you judging anymore. You're fucked up, too, bro. That's not him, bro. God damn. Hey, you know what's my favorite thing about all you guys freaking being drunk? Drunk white people always do this shit, and I love it, right? Sweet Caroline. God damn, bro. I love that shit, man. That's the only reason I go to a rodeo, dude. I fucking love that shit, dude. Ah, damn.
That's the anthem.
I just had a kid, you guys. A little baby girl. Yeah. Having kids is the best, right? And like literally the best fucking thing, dude. Having kids is the shit. They're so smart too, bro. I got myself a 2-year-old too. The other day, he started saying something and I heard him say titties. And I'm like, what the fuck? What do you know about titties? He goes, they're soft. Okay. He goes, they're fuzzy. Sometimes. And they meow. I'm like, oh shit. I need to get laid. Goddamn. Jeez, bro. Guess they're the best, bro. Same one. The other day we were driving down the road, and we passed by a skunk, right? And he goes, Dad, what is that? And I'm like, oh, that's a skunk. He goes, really? Well, that skunk must have been smoking. Dang, kid. You pay attention too much, homie. God damn. I'm a little drunk, I wrote this shit on my hand. Dude, one thing that's weird too, I don't know why, because I'm not homophobic, all right? Let's get that clear, all right? But I have this like weird feeling about my son growing up to be gay, bro. It's the weirdest thing, man. The other day we were watching The Lorax. I don't know if you guys seen that Dr. Seuss movie? And the little orange guy was drowning, bro. He's drowning. And the other dude comes up and he grabs the kid and he takes him out and starts giving him mouth to mouth, And my son looks at me and he looks at the TV and he looks at me again and he goes, ew, Dad, what the heck? Those boys are kissing. And I was like, damn, man. And instead of taking that moment to teach him, love is love, bro. It's okay. I was like, damn, that is gross, huh? Oh, jeez, bro. I don't know. I'm going to have to fix it. I'm going to have to figure it out. Me and my girl got in an argument because she doesn't even like me telling that joke, bro. We got in a big ass argument. It was funny, actually, the other day. I got diagnosed with autism and ADHD. 3 different TikTok accounts. And I try to use it, bro, as a defense when I'm freaking... And I fight with my girl, And she's like, I don't care if you're retarded. Fold the fucking towels right. We got in a big ass argument, bro. Big old shit. She be making shit up too sometimes. We got to the point where she goes, you know what? I'm gonna tell my dad that you smack me around sometimes. I was like, God damn. Well, I'm gonna tell him that's the only way to make you come. All right, guys, peace.
One more time for Hippie B. I see our judges diligently writing notes down. I appreciate it. We're going to save the feedback here until the end where we know who our winner is. So next up, our second finalist, we have Steve Harbor.
Fuck yeah, guys. Thanks for bringing me back up. Made that drive super worth it. I'm gonna need a big fucking nap after all this, though, I'll tell you that much. Oh, dude. So I'm 41. You guys know all that. I'm also a dad. So, yeah. It's a little bit tricky as like a 41-year-old dad, right? So, because I'm fun dad, okay? Like, we were in the grocery store the other day, and my daughter was like, what is that? I was like, it's a boomerang. She's like, what does it do? I was like, well, technically, if you throw it right, it'll go out there and it'll come right back. She's like, what happens if you don't throw it right? I was like, probably break something, hit somebody or whatever. We're in a grocery store, man. And here's where I struggled, okay? Because she's like, can I throw it? Most parents, like me, are from the 'cause I said so. Right? What'd your parents say for everything that you wanted to do they didn't know the answer to? It could hurt somebody. No, you can't 'cause I said so. I'm trying to break the mold, guys. Trying to break this down. She said, can I throw it? I said, fuck yeah, crank that motherfucker. You know why I said yeah? Yeah, somebody could get hurt. Yeah, something could get broken. I'm not gonna be there to find out. I got longer legs than you, bro. I'm gonna run. You ever seen an 11-year-old get in real trouble? No. You ever seen a 40-year-old get arrested for cranking a boomerang in a grocery store? I ain't gonna be the first, tell you that much. Yeah, dude, being a dad's fun. I'm a dad because tequila and titties are awesome. Now I'm a single dad because tequila and titties are awesome. Right? So I gotta be fun dad, man. She speaks Spanish, right? Not necessarily because I think it's important that a kid speaks more than one language, but I speak a little bit of Spanish and I needed somebody to talk shit about white people at the grocery store with. You know what I mean? Dude, your dog doesn't need to be in the produce section, all right? We're talking shit about you, and you don't understand what we're saying. I love it, man. Fun dad speaks Spanish. Fun dad takes my daughter and all her friends to the trampoline park. You know why? Because you can shove kids down, and all you gotta do is yell, tag, you're it. Nobody fucking stops you at all. I don't even know half those kids. God, tag, you're it. Bam, tag, you're it. Fuck off. What are you gonna do about it? What? But I'm an old dad, so the other day I rolled my ankle. Yeah, went down like a fucking turtle on that trampoline. It's like, Right? My daughter and all her friends jump on me to kick my ass. One of them goes, oh no, run away, he's gonna get us. My daughter stands up and goes, no, he's fucking not, he's old as shit. It's gonna take him a week. Like, you bitch, She was right, man, I was down there a while. I was down there so long, the attendant came over and was like, excuse me, sir? And I was like, you just fucking call me sir? Not dude or bro, I'm dressed like a high schooler, man, come on. Yeah, dude, being a parent's super fucking weird. I think it's weird that we lie to our kids so much. I think it's weird that we lie to our kids so much and then get real upset at them when they come home and lie to us. Where the fuck do you think I learned it? And are you sure you want me to come home and tell you about fucking the neighbor's wife and stealing cars? Probably not, Mom. Yeah, dude, it's weird. Did you guys know we can swallow gum? That's fucking horseshit, man. Your parents are liars. It's not real. It's an old wives' tale, right? You can smoke cigarettes, drink coffee. I'm 6'1". I've been smoking and drinking since I was 10. Fuck off. The only one that might be true is you go blind if you jerk off too much. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I wear pretty thick glasses. You know what I mean? All right, you guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for coming out.
Give it up for Steve. All right, I heard a lot of applause for our next comic. Give it up for Jaime Garcia.
What up, fuckers? Those steps are unsafe. They're a little wobbly. I don't trust them. A little nervous again, man. Fucking white people are still here. Let's go. I expect you guys to take off and already call CPS on me already. But no, I'll tell you what, man. I got the ghettoest fucking kids, dude. Ghetto. This is how ghetto my kids are. We're chilling in the room and we can hear them play store, and all of a sudden you hear, "Where's my EBT card? What the fuck?" They're only 6 and 7. You know what I mean? Ghetto fucking kids. Back to my notes. I didn't smoke anymore, but I do still, you know, it takes a while. But my twins, like I said, I got 4 girls. The twins that are 17 tomorrow, those motherfuckers. But fuck them. They live with their mom, and I'm fucking so glad. Because they don't listen to me. They don't even like me. I don't even like them. Like, the only advice I can tell them for the rest of their life, you know, look at that dick before you put it in your mouth, okay? Like, that's the only advice. I mean, I was fucking at 13. They're 17, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want them to get an STD, you know? No, then Marley, she's... Okay, if you have more than 3 or 4 kids, you have a favorite. And if you say no, you're a fucking liar, okay? Because you just bond with one more than the other, you know what I mean? You love them all the same. But Marley, she's my dog, man, the motherfucker. But you know, check it out. She's like the only one planned, and she's like the only one we want to give away. Fuck that kid, you know what I mean? That motherfucker looked like a cancer patient until she was like 3, bald as fuck. You know, chemo kid, you know? I know, that's fucked up. But you know what, check this out. Check this out, this motherfucker told me one day, Dad, I have 3 boyfriends. I said, no, the fuck you don't. He goes, yeah, Dad, I have Don, Romeo. Who's this guy? Hey, fuck you sound like your mom already, motherfucker. Quit that shit. No, I'm not gonna raise a hoe, you know what I mean? And then there's Juliana, she's my angel, man. That motherfucker, but also she's my Forrest Gump, because she's smart as fuck but dumb as shit. Just no common sense. But the motherfucker says, she found a screw on the bed. She says, Dad, should I leave this on the bed so you don't step on it, or should I leave it throw it on the floor so you don't lay on it? Put it in my hand and get the fuck out of my room, motherfucker, I'm high. You know what I mean? And yeah, I do smoke weed in front of my kids. Fuck, no, I'm joking. That's wrong. That's wrong, okay? White people, you guys don't like that shit, huh? Yeah. See, me and the brother, man, we know what we did, man. See, but white kids, weed, drugs, no. Hey, you know what? This is what I love about white kids in school, and just tell me if I'm wrong. White kids at the school dances, the only song they could act hard to was Dangerous Minds. But, you know, am I lying? No. Okay, well, fuck you guys. All right. Assholes. But I never went to school dances. But white people, you guys go to school shootings. I'm sorry. I never thought once about shooting up at school. Maybe a teacher. But not because I wanted to pass, you know, I wanted to go to college, I wanted to be somebody, but I went to prison instead. You know what I mean? But I'm glad for you white people, though. You guys taught me, like, horseshoes? That's not a Mexican game. You know what Mexican game we have in our house? We draw a line in the dirt, we back up, and we throw quarters at it. And whoever gets the closest to that line has laundry money. You know what I mean? But then you guys taught me, like, ladder ball. That's some corny ass shit. Why didn't we think of that? We're poor as fuck. It's just a fucking piece of string with 2 balls. You throw it at it's corny ass shit. But I was glad when I went to prison. You got horseshoes. I was the horseshoe champion. I got a whole crate of soups. Yeah. That's what I got for prison. Yeah, bullshit. And prison is really not that bad. It's just a little mini vacation from the family. That's all it was, man. I mean, unless you're doing like a 10-piece or some shit, then it's horrible. But it sucks. Because I love my kids, but when I'm on DOC, they were on DOC too, okay? When I was running from DOC, they were running from DOC too, because they're like, Dad, I want to go to a park. Okay. But I don't want to get caught up with the kids, so take them to the park, you get 1 good push. Dad will be in the car, you know what I mean? When it's done, you get in the car, we hit up 17 fucking parks, you know what I mean? That's real shit. I'm bringing out my life, guys. Because I don't like lying to white people, because one of these days you guys are going to interview me for a job, hopefully. And give me that job, okay? Because I've been slacking on child support, and that bitch is all hounding me and shit. That was supposed to be funny, assholes. Well, a bunch of bitter pay your child support, whatever. Fuck you guys. Okay, look at it. We were broke, okay? We broke. We're still broke, but we just laugh about everything. You know what I mean? Like, if your kid has some kind of fucking disease, you just laugh at it. You know, you never take care of it. You just fucking, you know, it's crippled. You call him crippled. I mean, you white people, because here's the thing. You white people give Skylar too many chances. Okay, sit down, Skylar, sit down, stupid, sit down. Fuck no, we got one fucking time. One time, and if we didn't fucking listen, we got our asses beat. Hold on, is there any Mexicans up in here? Besides my family? Yeah, alright, so you motherfuckers know what I'm talking about. You guys get one turn, that's it. But white people, you guys are cool. Because you guys give a fuck about your kids' fucking feelings. My dad didn't. Why do you think I sold drugs? You know what I mean? No, but you know what's crazy about jail? I almost got deported, and I'm legal. yes. I wish I would have went though. But they said Jaime Garcia, roll him up, and I said, all right, cool. I've been bailed out 10 times. This is not how it happens. I look over to the left, I look over to the right, a bunch of little Oaxaca's heads. I can see the tops of all of them, and then I see ICE coming in. No, I'm legal, dude. Check my shit. I almost got deported. All right, white guy, I guess I gotta go. I see that white guy with the light. All right, cool. My name's Jaime Garcia. Thank you guys very much.
Give it up for Jaime. All right, our final comic for round 2, we have Jordan Wilson.
Hey, if I don't know better, I think you guys are having a good time. You guys having a good time? Hell yeah, excellent. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a good time. I hope you guys feel good. I hope you guys feel progressively better about your own lives with every comedian that came up here tonight. That is the idea. That's what we do. You know, comedians are basically reverse therapists. Like, we help you feel better about who you're not. Like, every single one of you tonight can walk out of here saying, okay, I'm not the guy who shaved his mother's head. Yeah, you know. Yeah, I took that bullet for everybody. I'll give you another one, okay? You know predictive text, where you punch a word into your phone, and at the bottom it gives you words that it thinks you might use next? So I typed the letter I, and my phone came up with hate myself. Both words. Like, hate myself is a choice all by itself. And this has now happened to me more than once. So either I'm just texting I hate myself to everybody I know, or my phone is projecting its own insecurities onto me because it's a Samsung. Like, I don't remember texting that to anybody. Like, I guess I must have. So if I did, why did nobody respond? Didn't get a single message. Like, not even a I hate you too. All I'm saying, would have been nice. That's all I'm saying, you know. Now, for the record, I don't hate myself. I just know myself, okay? Like, for instance, you know, I talked about it before, but I know I can be a difficult person to talk to, okay? You know, because I'm quiet, I'm introverted, I have resting mugshot face. Yeah, it's a little too real for some of you. Okay, fair enough. But that's why I like having a shaved head, is so people can see me coming and know to get uncomfortable in advance. You know? Like, I recently had to get my passport photo taken, and to do that, you got to go no expression, right? So I go no expression, and the guy taking the photo goes, He's like, could you go no expression but think happy thoughts? You know? So I know myself. Okay, here's another one. Like, I know that I'm a weirdly private person, like to the point where it's weird, okay? Here's an example. I've been doing stand-up comedy almost 5 years now. None of my family or friends know. So thank you for coming and watch my secret shame this evening. Yeah, okay. Some fans of Shame Secrets in the crowd, yeah. Like, if anybody I know walked up those stairs, like, I might as well be on a stripper pole right now. It'd be just as weird. Yeah. Like, I know the vibe that I put out. Like, okay, for instance, I know that I could never, ever ask for a massage without everyone assuming I want to rub and tug. There's no way you're not going to think that. You know? Like, I'll tell you I'm looking for a massage clinic, and you'll be guys that'll be like, nah. This guy wants a parlor. You know? And being friends with comics makes it even worse, okay? Like, I was talking to, like, a comic friend of mine the other day, and, like, I explained it as clearly as I possibly could. I go, I have knots in my back and shoulders. They cause me pain and discomfort. Do you know of a trained professional massage therapist who can help me with that? And this guy, this comic, he just goes, for 20 bucks, I could just give you a hand job. I'm just like, what can I get for 10? You know? And yeah, so, okay, another thing, like, okay, I'm single. Like, I know why I'm single. I'm probably more single than most of you out there, you know? Because we just had a holiday weekend not too long ago. So my old man, he threw a barbecue. At this barbecue was an old buddy of his. I hadn't seen the guy in years. We're catching up. And at one point he goes, so how did you manage to make it to 40 without ever getting married? I totally blanked. Like, how to explain the easiest thing you've ever done. I told him all I had to do was be me. Okay? And ladies, all right, if you can't handle me at my worst, my best isn't much different. Yeah, you'll see I'm working with a very narrow range, okay? Hard to tell the difference between the two sometimes. Like, I am getting better, okay? For instance, I am no longer intimidated by beautiful women. Yeah. I mean, there was once a time in my life where I would make eye contact with somebody like you, and we would both get a little bit scared. Yeah. Like, for different reasons, you know? But the fear was mutual. It was a shared experience, okay? And now it's just you. You're the only one who's nervous right now. I got over my fear. I don't know why you're so opposed to personal growth, but okay, you know, I mean, hey, we're all works in progress, you know? You know, I was actually having lunch with my mother the other day, and, you know, we're having a perfectly nice time, everything's pleasant, and then out of nowhere she goes, what's a simp? Yeah, okay, I heard an oh my God over there. And, yeah, you know, like, I didn't know how to explain it to her. I was just like, okay, Mom, like, a simp is a wonderful guy who could make someone very happy if these bitches would just give him a chance. Yeah, you know, like, and it was awkward, it was weird, and so I tried to get it off of me, and I go, oh, well, why do you ask? Like, you know, my mom's in her 70s. Like, I was like, where did you even hear the term simp? And she goes, your brother used it to describe you. And so I go, okay, next time you see him, ask him, what's a cuck? Okay, I'm hearing some woes over here. A little too close to home, that's fine. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, so yeah, like, oh man, okay. It's long, it's a late night, what do we got here, what else? Honestly, what was I gonna do, yeah. I mean, yeah, like, I'm even at the point where, you know, like, even encouragement gets on my nerves sometimes. Like, have you ever had that happen to you? You know, like, have you ever had somebody encourage you, only you fucking hate that guy? So his words of encouragement actually kind of piss you off? You know, like, if the office jackass is like, I hope you get that promotion. And you're like, fuck you, dude. I hope I don't get that promotion. Your support makes me want to not succeed right now. You know, and like, you do want it, you want the promotion or whatever it is, but at the same time, you don't want fuckface to be right about something, you know? Like, there's certain people in your life where you never want them to be right about anything, you know? Like, there's this one comic, you know, back where I'm from, he's kind of a jackass, nobody likes him, and I remember one time I told him that I was an introvert, and he goes, oh, okay, so you were born with both male and female genitalia. And then I just didn't correct him. I wanted to, I almost did, but yeah, I was just like, no, the world needs to know he's an idiot. And this can be his fun, special way of telling them that, you know? But yeah, like I said, yeah, I got a very self-deprecating sense of humor. You guys have sensed that by now. You know, some people get it, some people don't, and I do understand that. Like, me getting up here and dumping myself to show you how comfortable I am, that's like a man sending a woman a dick pic, only written on his dick are the words, I respect you. Mixed messages, yeah. You know, so with that in mind, the self-deprecating note, not the dick pic note, how about I finish on something positive? Can I give you guys something positive to finish on? All right. I had another friend, also a comic. She called me a gentle soul. Yeah. And I just thought to myself, what a nice way to call me a pussy. Out of all the ways, she came up with the nicest. Yeah, this has been a great night. This was worth the drive out. Thank you guys so much. You've been awesome.
Give it up for Jordan. Give it up for all our comics. Let's hear a round of applause for our music the entire night. Bot Rock. The judges are going to finish their deliberations down there amongst themselves, pick a winner. I'm going to bring Matt back out, the organizer of the evening, to say a few final words and announce our winner. Give it up for Matt Frank.
Give it up for our host tonight, Sam Johnson, everybody. He did a good job. Give it up for Bot Rock again. He's just been hanging out in the corner here for like 4 hours, just chilling. No, that's really good. Now, these judges here, they got a very important job. They're going to pick one of the finalists on here. We're going to bring all the finalists out here one more time. Steve Harbor, everybody. Steve, come on out. Steve Harbor is one of our finalists, came all the way from Bend, Oregon to be here tonight. We got Yakima's own Jaime Garcia. Come up here, Jaime. He's a good motivational speaker, isn't he? Hell yeah, Jaime. We have our first comedian who did it. Being the first comedian on a festival is pretty tricky, but you guys voted him in. He goes by the name of Hippie B. Come up on here, Hippie B. And lastly, we have Jordan Wilson, everybody. Come on here. These judges are deliberating. They're going back and forth. They don't really know which one to choose. Todd E. Lyons, Esquire. What are you thinking? You got a favorite? You want to hold out? You want?
I have put my selection in, but it's a 17-way tie for first, and now a 4-way tie for first.
I see.
So it's up to these 3 yahoos.
This is a tough decision. Now, folks, the winner of this festival gets this fancy trophy right here. It's been sitting up here the whole entire time behind the bottled water. But this is the first ever Yakima Valley Comedy Festival trophy. This is the first ever Yakima Valley Comedy Festival ever here in Yakima. Absolutely, folks. And you guys are a part of it. You guys are a part of it. We got this whole thing recorded and everything, so we'll post it online. We're so glad you guys are here tonight. Judges, what do you think, judges? I'm going to come down here, and I need a circled winner. M Status, what are you thinking?
Man, we're deliberating as we speak. This is yeah, that's the word, caucusing. Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
That's what we're doing right now. You guys all did amazing, absolutely amazing. Yeah.
In honor of diversity, we should give it to the Canadian.
We do have one. Jordan Wilson came all the way from British Columbia, Canada to be here, folks.
Right on.
Absolutely. Judges, do we have a circled winner?
We have a top 2.
We have a top 2. Oh my goodness. Who's going to be the final vote here? We have 1 vote and 4 judges. Oh, I like your drawing there, Austin. That's a good drawing right there.
Bot Rock gets a vote.
Absolutely. We're going to leave the final vote to Mr. Austin Reed right here. So you can blame him for everything.
It's nice knowing you, son.
Yeah. Austin Reed, we need a winner. You guys have all deliberated. We need a winner. And we need a circled winner, because I'm going to announce this, so we need a circled winner. Let's see here. Oh, I got the winner's name circled in my hand. Who do you guys think it is? Folks, I feel like Ryan Seacrest right now. Folks, we have tallied in the votes. America has voted. The winner of the Yakima Valley Comedy Festival goes to Give it up for Hippie B, everybody. Give it up for your finalists. We're gonna call all the names of your comedians tonight. We have Thomas Swan. Come on out, Thomas.
Let's go.
Thomas Swan. Theo Snodgrass. I love that name. Theo Snodgrass. Come up on stage. We got Steve Harrison, folks. Yakima's own Steve Harrison. We got Yakima's own Blair Burns, everybody. Coming all the way from Alabama, A.J. O'Leary. Hailing from Spokane, Washington, Miss Laura Branning, everybody. Coming from Bend, Oregon, Steve Harbour. Yakima's own Ron Epting. Coming from Seattle, Washington, Rich Snyder, everybody. All the way from Eugene, Oregon, James Blame. From the Seattle area, Joseph Rogers. From British Columbia, we already got Jordan Wilson. And lastly, we got Seattle's own Simon Kaufman, everybody. My name is Matt Frank. I am so glad that you guys are here tonight. Give a round of applause for our judges right here. Tawny Lyons, Alan Sillens, M. Status, Austin Reed. Thank you for coming to the first Yakima Valley Comedy Festival. Give it up for your performance tonight. Thank you, folks. Have a good night. Thank you.